I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Janis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Larsen.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another play-by-play stream brought to you by the Game to Love Tennis podcast. We've got a final today. I am your host, calling this match all the way from Vancouver, BC, where it is 12:35 p.m. I go by the name of Covey. You can see my name right there. You can see my handle at Love Tennis, Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We got a great one, folks. We got a rematch of last week's final from Buenos Aires, which is Carlos Alcaraz versus Cameron Nori, the number 1 and number 2 seeds again in this tournament from Rio de Janeiro. So back-to-back weeks where these two players are facing off for the title. So it's going to be a good one here. Hopefully we'll have a bunch of people watching, and we already got some people in the chat here. We got one of our newest Super Chat members, SWL, a.k.a. Suwon Lim. What's going on, Suwon? Thank you so much for joining. Hope everything's all good. You guys can hear me and everything fine? Everything seems to be fine on my end here, so just wanted to make sure. Arthur Mueller in the house saying hi, Covey. Hello, Arthur. Great to have you, buddy. Welcome to the stream. And then we also have Joe Black asking Tennis Channel or TC Plus. All right, Joe, so we are not showing the match here, and I know that's maybe not exactly what you're asking, but what you are asking is what channel. Now, it totally depends on where you are. I believe if you're in Canada, like myself, it's on TSN. If you're in the US, I'm not too sure. It depends on your cable provider. Yeah, I'm not sure what the answer is. The feed that I have is from Bet365, and it's neither from the Tennis Channel or from TC Plus. So I don't know how to help you out depending on where you are, but hopefully you can get the match somewhere. Oh, hey guys. Hey. Guys, we got to chill. Doggies, we're on a stream here. Okay. So sorry, I got my dog and my roommate's dog are roughing each other up a little bit in my room. Arthur Mueller saying, sadly can't watch tonight. Got a test in physics tomorrow. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in for as long as you can. JP in the house saying, hey, homie, what's going on, JP? Let's see. I'm thinking it is around 7:40 a.m. for you, if I'm correct. And that's a Monday morning, actually, because it's Sunday at 12:40 p.m. for us here. The players are on court. We've got Carlitos doing some overheads at the moment. We got Cap in the house saying excited about the final. Great to have you, Cap, as always. And hey, speaking of as always, please give us a like, give us a subscribe if you're new to the channel. We really, really appreciate it. Helps us keep bringing you tennis as much as we possibly can. JP about to make some breakfast. Oh, where's Gary? Speaking of food. If we're talking about food, we need Gary in the chat. I'm sure he'll, make his way over in a second. But yeah, so let's see here. Just checking up any sort of stats. We got victory in Marseille for the Polish man, Hubert Hurkacz. He won his final against Benjamin Bonzi, against the Frenchman. That's an indoor hard court there earlier today. So that's the only other match of note. Then we got some qualies in Dubai on the men's side, which we won't get into those right now. Some more in Santiago. Yeah. See here. All right, about to have Bree. Sorry, I'm just looking at some notes here. So, also, I wanted to look at the head-to-head between these two. Pretty sure it is not too extensive as of yet. Where is this? There it is. So the head-to-head goes like this. 5 matches. Alcaraz, U.S. Open 2021, takes a straight sets victory. Then in Indian Wells in 2022, that was last year, on his way to the semifinals, Alcaraz won that one in straight sets. The year previous, Nori actually won Indian Wells. That was when it was in October, in a different time of the year because of COVID. We also had Alcaraz taking out Nori 2-1 in Madrid, and then Nori finally gets his payback in Cincinnati last year, takes a 2-1 victory there in Cincinnati, and then Alcaraz last week. So in total, it's Alcaraz 4 wins and 1 loss, and 3 straight sets victories for Alcaraz, and 1 that went the distance, and then the victory that Nori got went the distance. So there you go, a little history between the two players. Of course, you got the left-hander, Nori, Alcaraz righty. All right, we got Renard Fox saying Carlitos in an easy 2, most likely. Asking? Are you asking us or telling us, Renard? You let us know. I'm going to give you my predictions in just a second. We got JP saying Carlitos in 3, skiing front back. Hi, Covey and chat. Welcome, skiing. Great to have you, buddy. As always, Capricorn saying 10:40 p.m. in Sofia. I'm overeating in honor of the final. There you go. There you go. BJ Fresh saying hi, Covey. Person turquoise waving. You know what? I'm gonna look on the actual super chat. There you go. I can see the actual. So when I read it from the screen, for some reason, it shows up like it does on the screen. But then if I have a window open to see the actual screen here, and I can read it from the actual screen off YouTube, and I can see the actual emojis. And that's actually a good trick, because before I did not know that. Okay, we got JP saying, what up to skiing? Renard is asking, okay, well, you were asking if Carlitos did an easy 2. You know what? Here, I'm going to hit the predictions button, and then I'm going to go into my predictions. So get yours ready, y'all. Right, here we go. All right, folks, the match is about to begin. Alcaraz serving first. I'm going to go ahead and say Alcaraz in 3. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. There's a part of me that thinks Nori might get some revenge, but I think the adrenaline is going to go. So I'm taking Alcaraz in 3. That's my official prediction. And we got a couple others here. Like I mentioned before, was it? We had... Actually, we don't have any other ones. DJ Fresh saying Nori on this one, revenge for last week. I could see it happening, honestly. I really could. Alcaraz takes a quick 15-love lead here. Good start for Carlitos. All right. First serve now at 15-love. Ball is up. Serve is good out wide. Nori return up the middle, and then Nori, his second shot was a backhand slice sails long. So 30-love real quick for Carlitos. Max in the house saying, hey, Covey, thank you for the live stream. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining me, Max. Hope we can have another cracker of a match like we did yesterday. It was a really good one between Nicholas Jarry and Alcaraz. And also, Nori yesterday had a thriller, 3rd set tiebreak win over Bernabe Zapata Miralles. It was a really, really good match. Went down to the wire, both of them. Well, Alcaraz got a bagel in the 3rd set, but it didn't feel like it until the 3rd set. All right, so Nori's on the board here. Gets a forehand cross-court winner on his second shot. First shot after the return. So it's like he had a return +1 there. And nicely done. So, Gene in the house saying, hey, guys, welcome, Gene. Gene's going to have a birthday coming up in about 5 days on Friday, I believe. So, happy early birthday. All right, we got Max. Oh, nice serve out wide. Alcaraz, that comes back unreturned into the court. So 40-15 now. This feels like deja vu all over again. Carlitos meeting Nori in the final. Yeah, definitely. SWL in the house saying hi, Covey. Welcome, brother. Great to have you. Manor Sapphire, the one and only. Your boy, Covey. That is I. tis I. Also saying Hubie won today, so I'm very happy today. Yeah, good victory for Hercatch over Benjamin Bonzi, the hometown favorite down in Marseille at the Open 13. We got Manor saying what up to Gene. Max saying hi to everyone. All right, backhand Alcaraz here off the Nori return. Now forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz just wide, so 40-30. No one's looking gangbusters just yet. Looks like they're still feeling each other out, even though they played just a week ago in the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires. Let's see what else. We got BJ saying hi to the crew. Everyone's saying hi to each other. Loving it. Max, happy early birthday to Gene. I hope Nori can get revenge this time, says Gene. Alcaraz with a serve +1 cross-court forehand winner for the first game of the match. Was that button worthy? You know what it was? Because I need to go quickly grab water as well. So let's give some love to Alcaraz. First game, looking pretty solid.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
And I got my water. And Alcaraz got his button, so good start for our Carlitos. Now we've got Cam Nori's going to have a shot at his first service game of the match. We've had the switch over. Suwon says, friends do call me SWL as well. Haha, JG and Ben caught on it. Nicely done. Love giving the nicknames, or at least finding the right nicknames. Manor saying, hope for a tighter match than last week, maybe revenge. Yeah, I feel like it's in the cards. Like I don't think it's a guarantee or anything. Alcaraz tries to lob as Nori makes his way to the net on his +1. So 15 love for the British player. There's a part of me that's like, I wasn't sure in my prediction, but I went with Carlitos in 3 nonetheless. First serve for Nori at 15 love into the net. Here comes second serve. That was a very slow second serve. Carlitos returns up the middle. Now we're going forehand. Alcaraz backhand, forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz. Ooh, he tried to rip a winner. He got a good angle, but it was just a hair wide. So 30 love Nori. Let's see what else we got. Is crowd packed for the finals? Yes, the crowd is full. It's been full for pretty much every match that Carlitos has played in this tournament. But yeah, definitely full house. Max also happy that Hubie won, saying to Manor. We got Gene saying, but to be fair, I think Alcaraz wins in 3. Vamos Carlitos says SWL. Nice return by Alcaraz here. Now forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori up the line for a winner. 40 love. Looking pretty solid here. Max Zing, please hit the like button, everyone. Great comment. Hey, we got 26 already. Let's get 100. This is a final, y'all. We need to get to 100. I know it's possible. We're already a quarter of the way there, and we're only into the second game of the entire match. So thank you, Max, for the reminder. And yes, please give us a like and a subscribe if you're new. We really appreciate it. It helps us bring you more and more tennis as much as possible. Speaking of as much as possible, I'm going to be on screen again tomorrow morning as another edition of Covey's Corner. The second weekly version is coming out 11 a.m. Pacific time as Alcaraz goes cross-court backhand. Nori with the squash-style forehand goes into the net. So no game to love as Nori is now up 40-15. Still double game point here for the British world number 1. So Gene's justifying saying Alcaraz in 3. He says he just has a more complete game than Nori. I agree with you. If they're both at their best, it's definitely going to be Carlitos most likely for the win there. But great hold there for Nori. I unfortunately, I don't see the Nori button. So I might have to hit another button for Nori when he deserves it. But good hold there from the British world number 1. Okay. Let's see what else. Manor saying, I'm going Nori in 3 based on Alcaraz health. Interesting, says Gene. SWL talking about the Raptors, close Raptors game the other day. I didn't catch it or the score, my friend, unfortunately. I know you said in the last stream that you are a Raps fan. I'm not the biggest basketball guy, but I will be honest and say that I sort of jumped on the bandwagon. In Canada, it was a really big deal when they won the World Series. Alcaraz with a beautiful forehand return cross court, and Nori can't handle it, gets a piece, but can't get it back. So 15 love Alcaraz. Let's see. Gene saying, I'm interested to see if Alcaraz continues to play the golden swing for the rest of his career. Yeah, it depends, I think, on what happens. I mean, I think one of the reasons he came back this year is because he won this tournament, so he's defending it. And, of course, a little bit easier on the body to come back from injury, I think, on the clay court. I do hear Alcaraz, by the way, wins that point easily on return serve, 30 love. I am hearing on Twitter people saying, oh, this tournament's, it shouldn't be a 500. It's too easy. Well, what are you going to do? You can't tell a play, like if a player signs up for a tournament that's a 500, they don't know who's going to be there. They're just saying, okay, this is what I'm signing up for. So I always find it funny, people blaming players for winning, like people blame Rude saying, oh, he shouldn't have been number 2 in the world. Well, he made it to 2 finals in Grand Slams. Yeah, the circumstances were what they were, but you can't fault a guy for showing up and winning the matches that he plays in the tournaments that he goes into. Alcaraz doesn't go into this tournament, for example, and neither does Nori, saying, oh, this is going to be an easy 500. That's why I'm going. No, I'm sure they're going because, they want to maybe get their legs moving on clay or maybe better for comeback on injury, whatnot. There's so many different reasons. But I find it funny when people think that these players are doing it for easy draws. Like, both of these players are formidable. They're like top, and Nori's 13 in the world, Alcaraz number 2. These guys aren't really scared of too many players. So anyways, Alcaraz with a nice serve that comes back unreturned again, 40-15 for Carlitos, just a game away from a 2-1 lead. So let's see here. Alcaraz with a nice serve to the body. Nori with a great deep return at Alcaraz's feet. He gets that back, though. Now backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, forehand Nori. And that's long. Alcaraz with a 2-1 lead. Still on serve early in set number 1. A little bit of love. Another gutsy hold there for Carlitos.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right, so changeover. We got Manor talking about this to Max about Hubie was so solid today. Sometimes he can get stressed and losing stupid games, but he was so solid this final. It's like that stupid crowd didn't bother him. All right, so that was really early for me. It was Saturday night, aka Sunday morning, super early. It was like 4 a.m. So I did not watch that one. I will do a little bit of research on it. I'll watch some highlights before I do my Cubby's Corner tomorrow, talking a little bit about that. Gene saying I'm happy for him. Menoris. We got Cam saying Cam applies an insane amount of topspin scoring. Yes, he really does. Got great shape. The very opposite of his backhand, which is very flat, but also very effective. Okay. Let's see. Gene saying, Norris and Covey, I guess you two are really GHT. I'm not sure what that means. Really right? Is that what you? Oh, okay. And then we got Sophia in the house. Hey, Covey, can't stay for long. Papers and setting, but expecting Alcaraz today. Thank you for that, Sophia, with a little prediction. Yeah, Sophia Chen, great to hear from you. Always love when people pop in. Really appreciate that. Let's see here. What else we've got? Okay, Nori serving at 1-2 on serve here in the first set. Cap saying, I agree. A win is a win. A loss is a loss. That's why I never buy the Nadal Novak Iga lost because excuses. Yeah, I mean, players play. They want to win, and I don't think people. I don't think these players are like, oh, I'm going to fly. I live in Europe, but I'm going to go to South America because it's easier. It's like, well, I won the tournament there. It makes sense that I want to defend those points, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. All right. First point in game number 4 goes to Nori as Alcaraz's second shot backhand goes long. Manu Bajaj saying, good morning, Kaviji. Good morning, Manu. Ki hal chal. How are you? Let us know. Great to have you in the chat. Let's see. We got Robin saying fluke rankings. Again, I don't agree with that because we're getting mad at players or we're judging players for playing tournaments. See, I'm assuming you're saying fluke rankings because Novak, but Novak wasn't there. Do we just expect the whole entire tour to not play and say, oh, Novak's not playing, so I refuse to play? Like, it's silly, right? Obviously, you got to play when you're going to play. So Manor saying Nori is very solid. This is his third final of the year. Yeah, third final. That's very impressive. We're only, 8 weeks into the year? This is the 8th week of the year. Alcaraz gets a lucky bounce off of the net cord, and it's 15-30. So a little bit of pressure for the first time in the match on the Nori serve. Actually, Nori, the previous point before that, he actually won on a let cord as well. So they both of them have gotten a lucky point in this game. So here we go. Nori serving at 15-30. It's a good serve. Alcaraz returns to the backhand of Nori. He goes cross court, and then Alcaraz with the forehand up the line is long. Nori back on level. Su Wan Lim, Medvedev just won back-to-back finals and plays again in Dubai. Yeah. And it's not as much. Actually, it's a little bit of a travel, but yeah, that's impressive. That's tough. I mean, I feel like I don't know if Alcaraz is going to play this next tournament. Got to be careful coming back from injury. He's already played. This is his 9th match in the last less than 14 days, 12 days. All right, serve to the body. Alcaraz gets that back. Now we got a backhand slice from Alcaraz. That goes into the net. Very underwhelming shot there. So Nori, game point 40-30. Callum saying, come on, Cam. Got some Cam fans in the house. Manor saying he also made semifinals of Wimbledon. The no points really robbed him. Yeah, they're talking in reference to Cam Nori. Nori's already reached 3 finals. That is insane consistency. Yes, for sure. Second serve coming up at 40-30. He also beat Rafa early, in the pre-tournament in Australia there. All right, Alcaraz with a forehand, cross-court backhand. Nori forehand. Alcaraz tries to go up the line, but clips the top of the tape, and there is the game for Cam Nori. Let me see. So like I said, unfortunately, there's no Nori button. I will not be able to press it, but let's just imagine that the Nori button's being pressed. Speaking of pressing buttons, hit that like, y'all. We're at 32. We're already a third of the way to the goal, and there's only 29 people watching. So it looks like some people have come in, given us a like, and dipped out temporarily. Hopefully you guys will be back, and thank you all for the likes and the love. Appreciate it. Alcaraz now serving at 2-all. First serve is good out wide. Nori return is long. 15 love for the Spaniard. Manor saying Nori is one of the most underrated players, maybe because his game is not that flashy. And Gene saying one doesn't have to be flashy to be really good on tour. That's both statements I would agree with there. Manor is agreeing with Gene there. All right, Alcaraz, nice serve. And then drop shot. Alcaraz gets to it, Nori gets to it and redrops across the width of the court, and Alcaraz does not get to that. So nice work by Nori. It was a great drop shot too. It landed just over the net, but Nori just redrops it all the way across. Nicely done. 15 all. Cap saying with Wimbledon points, Nori would have ended 2022 inside the top 10. Yeah, lots of players are screwed out of that. I feel especially bad for, the players who are like 130 and they go on a magical run to the third or fourth round. Like those points are huge for people like those players. And of course, the bigger players as well. But Nori's going to be fine. Alcaraz, Djokovic, they're going to be fine without the points. But someone who is like ranked 126 and they go 4 rounds in, and it's like the furthest they've gone, the most money they've ever made in a single tour. It's going to set them up for the whole year. So those are the players who I kind of feel bad for. But everyone has gotten affected by it. So at least it's even, as silly as it was. Cap saying, no Nori button? Ben, how dare you? I did send Ben a note saying, hey, can you toss it up there? But it is pretty late over in England. So might be a little tough for him to see that message. Hopefully he does, though. So 30 all here on the Alcaraz service game. Little bit, not pressure just yet or even, but he does have a button, but it's not loaded in the queue, and I don't have the ability to load the button, so that's what I mean. Yeah, there you go. Gene knows what's up. It's just not uploaded yet. But there is definitely a button, yes. And saying, oh, never mind. Skiing, can you play the Kenin button instead of the Nori button? And you know what? I would, because as we all know, Kenin is my favorite button, but that's also not loaded in the queue. Let me just see what I have here. So Alcaraz with a backhand goes into the net. So first break point of the match goes, break point opportunity goes to Cam Nori now. Alcaraz serving at 30-40 here in game 5. So far, we are level at 2 games apiece. So the buttons we have, the only buttons we have right now are Iga, Krejcikova, Jari, and Alcaraz. So I might throw in one of the other 3 for Nori every once in a while. Mix it up, but yeah, that to answer your question, skiing. I'll play something else instead of that button. Great angle, Alcaraz. So Alcaraz hits a backhand on a very sharp angle. Nori gets to it, but then he hits it into the net. So good. It was like a nice change of pace. Instead of ripping the ball hard, he just decided to go purely placement and place it perfectly. So we are at deuce. Smart play there for Alcaraz. Manor saying Tatiana Maria, the mother of 2, reached semifinals of Wimbledon. Could be top 40. She lost ranking in that 2 weeks. That's what I'm talking about. It's those players that I feel worst for. Alcaraz with a forehand up the line on the +1. It's a ripper. Nori gets a piece of it, but returns it long. Alcaraz advantage. And then Gene saying the same thing. You guys, great minds think alike. And that's so funny that you said that, because you even said great minds think alike. That's so funny. But Gene, just to go back to that, saying Tatiana Marie, who made the semis of Wimbledon, should be ranked higher than top 80. Yeah, and if you're ranked, obviously you get higher in the rankings, you get better draws, you get into bigger tournaments without having to qualify. So many domino effects. Alcaraz brings in Nori with a drop shot, and then Nori gets a piece of it, brings it back. Alcaraz overhead. Nori tries to backpedaling, hit that overhead, but it's long. So Alcaraz put it in a spot that was just a little bit too uncomfortable. Nori had to jump kind of off of his back foot backwards, and when he hit that, he hit it long. So Alcaraz with a good hold. We'll give him a button right now. Gutsy little hold there from Carlito, saving a break point on the way.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
All right, so we are on serve. So far, everyone has been holding court. We got a 3-2 lead for Alcaraz, but again, like I said, we are on serve, so looking good for both players. Let's see what else we got in here. Oh yeah, let's not forget about the winner of Wimbledon, who should have made the WTA year-end finals, and she got kind of screwed as well. And how ironic is it that she's born and raised in Moscow and still lives there? Oh, Cap, you haven't seen the Kennen button? Oh man. Um, if by chance Ben ends up loading it, I'll try and play it there. But yeah, it's a great one for sure. It's got that hip hop vibe. One of the things I think Alcaraz lacks, says Gene, sometimes is the patience on his shots. Yeah, I could see that. Sometimes when he's not in his rhythm, he still stays aggressive and it doesn't work for him. But the thing is, he's a type of player that needs to constantly be aggressive. I'm shaking out my drink here so I can get it's a powdery Crystal Light. It's a sugar-free drink that is delicious. Nice little shaky shake. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, Gene, because his style depends on him being constantly aggressive. So even when he's not in rhythm, he goes for it, and that's when he doesn't look that great. But I applaud the strategy because that's what kind of brought him to where he is. And it's hard to stay aggressive when you're not feeling it. Great serve out wide by Nori. Alcaraz return goes long. 15 love Cam. Let's see here. Cap asking, is Georgie going to win the Medina title? I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see when that match is. No, I was going to say nice loopy return, but it actually was just a hair long. So Nori, couple easy points, 2 unreturned serves, and it's 30 love. So Manor is saying, Gene, exactly. Sometimes he plays like Rublev, only hit the ball as hard as you can. Yeah, and again, when he's on, it's obviously great, but when he's not on, he sticks to that strategy. But that's, again, what has gotten him here is that ability to not slow his racket head speed when he's not doing well. And it's kind of like a sign of courage. But I also agree that he needs to learn once in a while to pick his spots, wait for the right shot instead of going too early for like a heavy shot that maybe he could wait, wait for the next 2 or 3 balls, set up a better kind of a finishing point. Play with more margin, says Gene, instead of going for winners all the time. Manor, yeah. Sometimes Alcaraz plan is hit the ball hard. If it doesn't work, hit the ball harder. But see, the thing that makes him unique is he hits a beautiful forehand down the line return winner, and it's 40-15 now. So Nori gets blocked from a game to love. Yeah, if it doesn't work, hit the ball harder. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. But what makes him unique is that he's one of the few players that does that. Most players, when they're not playing well, they'll hit it softer. They'll try and, be a little safer. He doesn't have that safe word. Nori with a nice serve out wide. It comes back on a long return. Alcaraz, a good hold for Nori. And you know what? We're going to play Nori deserves it. We're going to play the Jari button for Nori right now.
It's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry.
There you go. So if you hear that button, think it's Nori, instead of it's Jerry, it's Jerry. All right, Alcaraz, nice first serve, backhand into the net on the return from Nori. 15 love Carlitos. Carlos looking pretty good on serve so far. Caps asking, why the heck is I believe Caroline Garcia, playing another 250 tournament? She's number 5 in the world, for Pete's sake. Not sure. Yeah, not totally sure. Here we go. Got a nice rally. Backhand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, tries to go sharp but goes wide. So 30 love Alcaraz. Yeah, not too sure, buddy. But we got someone was asking about Georgie. Is she going to win? She's going to play in about 4 hours, is the final from Mexico. It's Pedersen of Sweden versus Camilla Giorgi. I would put my money on Giorgi on that one. Alcaraz with a beautiful serve and then a +1 winner up the line, beautifully executed. 40 love, looking for his first game to love. So Manor is saying, yeah, she plays better and she should win. Yeah, basically, I agree with you there, Manor. Not sure about why Caro is playing the 250. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different players and they all choose different tournaments, so it's tough to find out why. Alcaraz gets the first game to love, serve out wide, Nori forehand into the net. So let's press this button for Carlitos.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
And then some other British news. We got Emma Raducanu pulls out of the Austin tournament. It's the first time they've ever had this tournament. It's a hard court tournament in Austin, Texas. But there is a couple of Brits actually that won in qualies. One of them was Katie Bolter, won on a retirement from Avanesian, and then Watson won in straight sets over Carl. So that's some qualies there. Montgomery over Kalieva, a couple of Americans. We had Lee of America over Hibino of Japan. Yeah, let's see here. So we got some qualies going on, and for Santiago as well. I won't get into too much of the qualies. Yeah, so basically the biggest match of the day so far before this one was Hurkacz taking out Bonzi in the Marseille final for the title. Okay, here we go. Nori now serving 3-4 on serve. Let's see. Let's see here. Gene saying, fun fact, Carlos and Nori, the first two players to face in consecutive Sundays since Djokovic Murray, May 2016. Cool. Thank you for that information. Alcaraz hits his second shot forehand into the top of the net. So it's 15 love for Cam Nori. Nice serve out wide there. Nice fact. Gene? Gene saying, not a fan of top 10 players playing a week before a slam or thousands. Yeah, it depends on the situation. You know, if you haven't played much, trying to get some match rhythm, but you definitely don't want them to be tired out. Peaches in the house. What up, Peaches? Alcaraz with a nice serve. A nice return up the middle. Now we got a forehand Nori that goes long, and it's 15 all. I'm starting to get just off the screen vibes that Alcaraz is honing in here on this return game. Let's see if I'm a Alcaraz whisperer, unless they're doing it to get in form. By the way, welcome Peaches. Great to have you in the chat as always. Everyone's saying hi to Peaches. Cap saying, I think Krejcikova will be number 16 tomorrow, and she has literally no points to defend for many months. Yeah, she was off for like 4 months with injury at the beginning of last year. So you're right. She has pretty much nothing to defend coming up. So, okay. Alcaraz making a little move here. Nori hits a forehand long. So it's now 15-30. And my hunch is starting to look a little bit right. Not to toot my own horn, but I having this feeling here that Alcaraz wants to get a break here. Nice serve up the middle, return up the middle. Now, Nori with, was that in? Nori had a +1 inside out backhand, and they still haven't updated. Okay, yeah, it was long. So double break point, 15-40 now. Alcaraz looking to take the first break of the match and have the chance to serve it out here if he can win one of the next 2 points. Here's a serve. First serve is into the net at 15-40. So second serve, break point. What can he do with it? Alcaraz steps into that backhand, but he goes long. He put a little too much heat on that one. Tried to go right up the middle to the feet of Nori, but that was very long. So Nori saves the first break point. 30-40 now, break point number 2. Here we go. Ball is up. Serve is off the tape and wide. Second serve coming up. So Alcaraz got another look at a second serve. Nori so far 50% on second serve points won. Alcaraz returns it to the backhand of Nori. Now forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori up the line, and Alcaraz forehand goes long. Nice point there from Nori. That last forehand that he hit was very close to the baseline. I don't know if it hit the baseline, but he's using as much of the margin as possible. Nicely done there for Nori. Gutsy forehand. Love it. Let's see what else we got here. All right, Nori serves up the middle. Backhand block return for Alcaraz. Now drop shot, Nori. Alcaraz gets to it, and he pushes it up the line. Nori with a backhand volley, and he goes into the net. So Alcaraz getting another break point opportunity here. Yeah, so Nori's drop shot on his +1 was a beauty. Alcaraz just pushes it up the line, and if Nori got that in, he had the whole court, as Alcaraz was literally on the sideline when he hit that ball. So he just had to cut it just anywhere into the court, but he hits the top of the tape. All right, break point. Nori first serve is good. Backhand return. Now forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz, desperation, and it goes long. So another gutsy hold for Cameron Nori saves a third break point of this game here. Okay. Peaches. Gene, I thought this was deja vu since we just saw them play last week. Yeah. Manor saying, I'm worried about Zverev for the next 2 months. Most of his rank points rely on the insane clay season he had before Roland Garros. Yeah, you're right. He definitely has a bunch. And that's a tough thing about injuries. I think there are some point protections. By the way, Nori wins that point, so advantage Nori, game point coming up here. Yeah. And Gene saying, we may have seen peak Zverev on clay last year. Yeah, honestly, like I've never seen him play better than when he played Nadal, even though he was down a set, and they were in a tiebreak in the second set. That was a 3-hour match, and Nori gets the hold as Alcaraz backhand sails wide and long. Tried to rip it again. Tries to go for the power all the time. JP saying, is Gary in the kitchen again? I'm not sure. I was wondering where Gary would be at this time. I like how Nori uses his whole body to serve. Does that make his serve more powerful? I mean, I think that's what they're aiming for generally. He does have a interesting motion. He hesitates in the middle of his swing, which I find very interesting. But it works for him. Oh, serve Alcaraz, return right up the middle, and then Alcaraz backhand goes wide. So Nori now with a love 15 lead. Let's see here. Manor saying Nori serve motion is ... unique. Yeah, it's definitely kind of interesting. That hesitation always gets me, but it works. All right, Nori up love 30. His return was a good one. It was at the feet of Alcaraz, who was trying to run around the backhand, but didn't do it quick enough because the return was so fast into his feet. So he did get a piece of it, but into the net. So Alcaraz now under a little pressure. Love 30. Now Nori has a chance here to break and then serve for the set, as Alcaraz did a couple times in the last game. Serve out wide. Nori backhand. He's a lefty. Goes long. So 15-30. Relieving a little bit of pressure. Alcaraz missed opportunity to break. Yeah, he had a big one there. You're correct, Gene, for sure. Yeah, Manor talking about Zverev. 2 semifinals. Final of Madrid. Semifinal of Roland Garros. Such a good season. Such a shame he got injured, for sure. Okay, second serve here at 15:30. Alcaraz. Serve is good. Return is deep and up the middle. Forehand Alcaraz. Now forehand Nori. Backhand Alcaraz is a looper. And Nori forehand cross court. Backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori. Backhand Alcaraz. They're both behind the baseline, kind of hitting high loopy balls. Another forehand Nori. Backhand Alcaraz. This time forehand Nori goes long. That was interesting. That whole rally, which was probably about 12 shots, were all high loopy balls cross court. Alcaraz ends up taking it. So 30 all. Cap talking about the Screen Actors Guild Awards are tonight. I wonder if Cate Blanchett wins Best Actress. Not as well versed as that in that as I am with Gary's cooking. And what else were we talking about yesterday? We were talking about food. Gosh, I'm already forgetting. But we had a few different topics, and it was pretty hilarious and awesome. But yeah, I'm not sure what's going to go on. I don't even know what movie Cate Blanchett would be nominated for. So that's how off my movie trivia and knowledge I am these days. Let's see here. Peaches. Oh, I can't wait for Sasha to peak again. I love watching him play. And if he didn't turn his ankle while playing Rafa, he would have won the match. Debatable, but definitely was playing the best I've ever seen him play. Beautiful serve and volley from Alcaraz. Puts away. Sorry, it wasn't a serve and volley. It was off the +1. Pushes Nori off court. Comes to the net. Cuts off the ball there. And well, there you go. Yeah, but I agree that he was playing amazing. I can't actually believe that Nadal beat him in that first set. I thought for sure. I think he had like a few set points, did Zverev, but again, the powers of Nadal on Chatrier are something magical. So, all right. So Alcaraz 40-30, second serve. Nice serve out wide. Return Nori deep. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Nori. Now forehand Alcaraz with some power. Nori's return goes long, so Alcaraz holds 5-4 on the changeover. We got Dean saying, see what happens when you don't take your chances. Now Alcaraz in trouble. Yeah, he definitely had his chances, but he did also get his way out of a little trouble there. So no worse for wear in the end. Peach is saying Carlito seems to be playing a little too loose, but still winning his matches. Yeah, and that's the thing, coming back after 4 months. The first week he was running on adrenaline and he had a lot more power, a lot more pep. Now in this week, I think his body's worn down a little bit and he's kind of settling into games points now. He's having to work a little bit harder than just the adrenaline and the power that he was running off last week. Yeah, and I believe you're talking about that loopy cross-court rally that I was calling there. Both played very safe. That's very correct. You could tell no one was kind of going for it there. JP, loopy balls remind me of Arancha Sanchez's cardio. Pizza, playing on clay and grass. Yes, you were talking about how grass is pillowy soft, and I haven't played on grass before, right? And also playing on clay, which I got to do once, over a weekend in India, which was pretty dope. We talked about food extensively yesterday. Yeah, we did. We talked about what belongs on pizza, and it wasn't just pineapples, folks. We even got into broccoli, believe it or not. So we don't just do your normal, typical stuff here on the Game to Love. We go really in depth, folks. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. Let's see here, 41 likes. Okay, we're doing pretty good. I believe we can hit 100. I know it's possible. So yeah, there we go. Let's see. So now we're getting at, you know what? We're gonna go business end because it is. All right, Nori. Serve is good. Alcaraz, wow. There's a second serve. And Alcaraz just stepped into it, looking to do like a saber type of thing, the sneak attack by Roger style. He was really stepping into that. But he shanked it, and it went long. Yeah, he literally made contact with that ball like halfway between the service line and baseline. Like he really stepped into that second. Anyways, Nori won that point, 15 love, and he's got a second serve again. Ball is up. Oh, double fault Nori, first of the match for either player. So 15 all. Got to be careful here because Alcaraz is just 3 points away from the set if you're not careful. So Nori. Yeah, Nori's just been killing it this whole year. First serve is long. Take a look here. Okay, second serve Nori up the middle, backhand return, and Alcaraz does a return and volley, but Nori goes up the line, backhand winner. So he's on to the tricks of Alcaraz. Alcaraz really trying to put a lot of pressure. But Nori was up to the task. He just goes straight up the line. He couldn't have gone anywhere else because Carlos was already at the net. So if he didn't put it exactly where he was, Alcaraz was in position to cut it off any other place. So very smart play, Nori. 30-15 for the Brit. Here comes the first serve. It's a let. Okay, here we go. Service is out wide and it's good. Return up the middle. Now, wrong footing Alcaraz with a forehand cross-court winner. Nori, 40-50. Couple of game points now. Yeah, so Nori is crazy. United Cup, he beat Diminor. Then he beat Nadal. Then he beat Fritz in the United Cup. Then in Auckland, he beat Lehechka. He beat Guerin. He beat Brooksby. And then he lost to Gasquet in the final. Serve +1 is good. Alcaraz now cross court. What the heck was that? Oh my goodness. Alcaraz. Okay, so Nori makes his way to the net, does a drop shot. Alcaraz runs all the way from the far corner, gets to it, but just the most delicate lob running at full speed with a forehand. It looked like he like hit it like out, but it actually landed very, very shallow into the court. You don't really see that very often. It was like a very high looping short lob while Nori was up the net. Interesting shot, but very nicely done. Anyways, 40-30 second serve now from Nori coming up. Ball's up. Serve is good. Forehand cross-court return Alcaraz. Forehand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand chip. Nori is long, so Alcaraz brings it back to deuce. Again, just a couple of points away. Can Nori hold on? So far, so good. He's been gutsy. But yeah, it's getting good here, folks. Some really, really interesting points. Continuing on, after he lost to Gasquet, Van Ash, he beat in the Australian Open, then Letien, and then he lost to Lehechka. But yeah, impressive. Very impressive resume since the beginning of the year. Couple more Davis Cup wins against Colombia. All right, here we go. Second serve at deuce from Nori. Up the middle, return is a nice one. Now we got a forehand Nori. Alcaraz backhand drop shot. Nori gets to it and hits the top of the net. So set point number 1 for Carlitos. Great drop shot. Nori got to it, but just got to the top of the tape. He's bummed because he carved it too much. He got there in plenty of time. Not plenty of time, but enough time where he could have got that back over. But he tried to give it a slice, and that's what didn't allow it to push forward. So with Manor talking about, I believe, the Zverev match, it was 3 hours, and they didn't finish the second set. For comparison, Cilic and Ruud played full 4 sets in 2:55. Nori with a ripper cross court. Alcaraz forehand desperation, but barely wide. So 1 set point saved for Cam Nori. That was a gutsy forehand. Got a great angle. Ooh, I think that actually might hit the line. And then Alcaraz's desperation shot almost hit the line as well, but his was out. Actually, Alcaraz was looking at that mark now after the Nori mark, but he didn't say anything. I think he saw that it was in. Here's Nori at deuce, first serve. is good. Backhand return up the middle. Now forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz. Nori cuts that off at the net with a beautiful volley into the open court. And it is advantage Nori. It was 3 hours and they didn't finish the second set. For comparison, yeah, I remember that. The first set tiebreak was like, gosh, it's like an hour and something when the first set tiebreak was done. That was just an amazing match. I wish that kept on going because the quality was off the charts. But anyways, JP, yesterday's stream was a good one. Thank you. Hopefully this one will be just as good. Nori with a backhand cross court. Alcaraz with a forehand ripper up the line. That's a winner. And, oh, no, sorry. Alcaraz's forehand was long. And Nori holds. So 5-all. Like I said, we don't have the Nori button at the moment. So we're going to, this time, just imagine that instead of you're hearing Jari, you're hearing Nori.
It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Okay, we're into game number 11. Alcaraz serve out wide, and the return is long. So 15 love, Carlitos. Let's see here. JP saying Lehechka Zverev round 1 in Dubai. Ooh, interesting. Normally, I mean, of course, last year I would have said Zverev for sure. But Lehechka has been on fire. Tough learning experience against Nori the other day. Alcaraz, okay, so serves up the middle, return up the middle, and then Alcaraz looked like he was going to do a drop shot. Nori started running in, but then he kind of, instead of dropping it, he actually did like the forehand slice. He did the forehand slice, like right back at Nori. So he was expecting to have to run for the drop. Anyways, he hit that long on the return, did Nori. So that was a very interesting and smart move by Alcaraz. Now Alcaraz with the forehand inside out. And it is in. Nope, it's long. So 30-15. Gosh, I'm having a hard time. I'm going to turn the volume up on the feed. There's no commentary, of course, on the feed that I'm watching, but I cannot. Kobe, chill, dog. Chill. My dog's going crazy because my cousin just showed up. She's a protector, my dog. All right. Serve out wide is a let. First serve again. Alcaraz with a drop shot, a drop volley off of the +1. Now Nori gets it lobbed over him, but then he crushes that. Now we got Alcaraz getting dropped, and he hits that into the net. Sorry, there's a ruckus going on in my house. The dog and the someone's showing up, so the dog keeps barking. So Alcaraz comes in after the serve, and then he does a drop volley. Nori gets to it. Then Alcaraz lobs it over his head and pushes Alcaraz back. And then Nori drops Alcaraz and wins the point. So pretty crazy little in the last 10 points, there's been 3 or 4 really interesting points going on here. All right, 30-all now. Alcaraz serving. We're on serve here. No one has broken just yet. Alcaraz 0 for 4 on breaks. Nori is 0 for 1. Break opportunities. Serve is an ace out wide. Nicely done, Alcaraz. You done screaming? Huh? There's people on the stream here, and you're just going crazy. You're so adorable. You're lucky. Yeah, so see if I can show you guys my dog. No, she's covered. She is covered by the blocks. Okay, here we go. Alcaraz now 40-30 game point. Serve is up. Oh, he's tried to go wide and hard, but very long on that one. Second serve coming up. Okay, serve is good. Return, cross court, backhand Alcaraz. Now Alcaraz goes up the line, I should say. And then And then he goes cross court for game. What a beautiful strike. So he goes up the line. Nori comes right back at him, and then he goes cross court. Nori had no chance. Nice winner there. Very nicely done. All right. Manor saying, be right back. Take your time, Manor. We are here. I ain't going nowhere. We got 48 people in the stream. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining me. Having a great time here on what, Championship Sunday, you can call that? We can call it that. Yeah. JP saying reminds of a Chihuahua I once had. What are you? Go. They want to see you. So you might have seen her last week. She had super scruffy hair. Now she's got a haircut. She is a Pomeranian and miniature Schnauzer mix. So she's got a little bit of the goatee mustache thing going. She's my little baby. Super cute. She's normally quiet other than when someone comes to the door. And then she starts going crazy and it's really, really nutty. But yeah, she does sound yappy when she gets cold, right, Booby? Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna give Alcaraz a button. There's changeover, and he deserves it. That was a good hold. So I'll give a real quick Carlitos.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Almost. So Nori now looking to stay in the set. Okay, and again, I'm pressing it again for the second time because it's really getting to the business. Kat with a good comment here saying these two are putting on a great show. Cam's level has improved. Yeah, neither of them are redlining by any means, but you're right. They are holding their own in big moments, and they are putting on a formidable show, definitely worthy of a final. Couple of tough 3-setters for each of them, although again, first point there goes to Alcaraz as Nori double faults to kick off this game. So this is a big point coming up here. This is a point that will determine how much pressure Nori will be facing for the rest of the game, potentially. Question from JP. When will we know if Novak plays Indian Wells? Honestly, not sure. We're literally just waiting. So in his press conference earlier this week, he mentioned that he's already put in the exemption applications. Alcaraz with a forehand return. Nori tries to drop off of that, but it goes wide. So love 30 here. Now Alcaraz a couple points away from the first set. This is what he did in the second set yesterday against Jari. They held. Alcaraz was up 6-5, and then Jari was serving at 5-6, and then finally got broken. So see if he can replicate that. Nori, first serve just a hair wide. Ooh, so close to being an ace up the tee. Second serve coming up. It's a good serve. Return is deep. And a forehand, Nori, Alcaraz forehand goes well wide, kind of shanked it. Yeah, he did shank it. 15-30. So JP, going back to your comment, we're literally, so he's put in the exemptions. We're just waiting for whoever it is in the U.S. government is going to review them and then make the decision. So there's no timeline that I'm aware of. So yeah. All right, second serve here. Nori, Alcaraz, return. He tried to get aggressive with it, but it was a nice kick, and he made contact above his head, did not get that. It sails it super long. So nice gutsy couple points here for Nori to bring it back to 30 all. JP saying after the second set against Jari, Alcaraz went into beast mode. Yeah, definitely. I think from that break onwards, he took the break and then he won the next 6 games in a row. So Nori, great serve up the tee, and Alcaraz lob return, but that goes wide. So Nori now has a game point, and we are 1 point away from a tie break. So Nori here, 40-30, first serve. Is up, is good. Backhand return. Now forehand Nori tries to go up the line, but that is long. So back to deuce, not over just yet. And skiing front back. Covey, what matches are you planning on covering this week? That's a good question. I'm not actually sure. I'm kind of taking it week by week. My main focus now after, this obviously, my next focus is going to be Covey's Corner. Throughout the week, I do take notes on kind of stories that I think will make it on, but I'm going to focus on that. Alcaraz with a drop shot as Nori was pushed back. So Alcaraz, another set point here. Great disguise on that. So the answer, skiing, is I'm not exactly sure. Depends on the time zones of all the different tournaments and everything. But I'm going to take a look. Maybe after this set, I'll take a look at some of the tournaments going on and then see if I can answer a little bit better on which maybe not exactly which matches, but which tournaments I'll be covering, because a lot of it has to do with the fact that I'm in a different time zone than Ben and JG, and so I can do matches that would be tough for them. Here's a second serve, Nori. Alcaraz rips a winner up the line as Nori goes to the net for a serve and volley, but it's a winner by Alcaraz, and he takes set number 1, 7-5. So there's a second serve, Nori with a kick serve out wide, but not that much power because it was a second serve, and he goes straight to the net. Alcaraz was out wide, and he just basically strikes the ball from outside the tram line and gets it in curves, or not curves, but like angles it back in behind where Nori was. So it was a beautiful winner there. And one of his 11 winners to 20 unforced errors. So Alcaraz is trying to do a lot there. Nori had 7 winners, 9 unforced. So the ratio better for Nori, actually, but Alcaraz, usually when you're unforced and your winners are higher, it means you're generally going for more. So there we have it, folks. I'm going to look at a couple. There's a changeover now. Alcaraz up 1-0. We got Manor saying, I practiced some tennis yesterday, made 8 double faults in 1 service game. Was it Pliskova did that against, I think it was Heather Watson in Wimbledon. 8 straight faults. And then, you're saying by Sabalenka. Yeah, there's another one. Sabalenka 22. Oh, Ghost with some bars. It's the next gen gate crasher. Red clay slasher. Chef Carlos serving up Nori rolls like a sushi master. You think he's the hope, but he really the disaster. Woo! That's some fire bars, bro. Fire bars. There you go. Nicely done, Ghost. I'm a fan of those. I'm always a fan of your bars. You got some good construction on your bars too. Reds 17. Nice to have you, Reds. I'm not sure that I've met you before. I'm Covey, and I'm grateful that you're on the stream. He's saying you're dealing with an administration that is inflexible, wishing to avoid sounding too political. You might call them dictatorial. Yeah, I live in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and I went down to Portland to visit my cousin. I have my vaccination papers. No one in the border ever asked us. We just went straight through. So I don't know what the heck's going on. And of course, yeah, you're talking about the Indian Wells decision. But Anthony Sheru saying great. I believe that's probably saying for the Alcaraz win there. What a beautiful backhand down the line. Gorgeous. Yeah, Ghost, you are right. So as I mentioned to skiing, I'm going to take a look. So next week's tournament, what we have is... We got what am I saying? Just Dubai one. What am I looking at here? So we got Acapulco. So I might be doing some there. We've got Dubai as well. So that's probably going to be something more for the European commentators. We got the Santiago. That's another one that's in my time zone. And Austin, Texas. And Monterey. So actually, there's quite a few skiing. This is for you. In my time zone, we've got the Monterey, the women's WTA singles. We've got the Austin WTA singles. That's another one that I could potentially call based on my time zone. Santiago, Chile, which is similar time zone to this one that we're watching here in Rio. And then Dubai is going to be the ATP singles. That's going to be where Novak is playing. That's most likely going to be more of European callers, like I was saying, and then Acapulco. So there's actually 4 tournaments that I could be doing calls for, and we'll see which ones I'm able to time-wise, schedule-wise, and depending on which ones Ben and JG want to show. So there you go. And Skiing saying, thanks, Covey. You are welcome, my friend. Thank you. You're one of the greatest supporters, just like everyone in the chat, really, all stars here. We got Cap saying that serve and volley experiment was weird but refreshing. Yeah, very interesting. Who's giving me messages here? Oh, I'm getting WhatsApp messages. Hey, stop WhatsApping me, folks. I'm calling a match here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually turn my WhatsApp off on my laptop so that I don't get distracted. I did already message Ben about the Nori button. Okay, so let's see here. Alcaraz will be serving first, so he'll have the ability to put scoreboard pressure if he can hold his service games. Go saying, Manor, that's impressive. You need your boyfriend George to teach you how to serve. Yeah, he served his way to the Cincinnati Masters 1000 last year. Some of the best serving of his entire career. What happened to Chorich? I'm not sure. Did something happen? Manor saying, ha ha ha. This is in regards to the troll job that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why Nori tried to serve and volley on the set point, especially on the second serve, and it was a looper. It wasn't even a hard serve. All right, Alcaraz kicking off set number 2. Nice serve. Now we got a backhand. Nori goes into the net. His second shot of the rally there by Nori goes into the net. So 15 love Carlitos. Gene saying, I don't know why I tried to serve. Oh, I already hit that one. Behind his second serve. Yeah, exactly. I agree. It was a weird play for sure. All right, Alcaraz, 15 love. Serve is good. Return is a backhand from Nori. Now backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori. We're going cross court. Backhand Alcaraz. Now backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz into the net. 15 all. Reds 17. I'm usually a fly on the wall. Thanks for the commentary. Nori playing tough. Yeah, for sure. And thank you for throwing in comments, Reds. Anytime you want to, no pressure, but love communicating with everyone on the chat. So thank you for your input. And anytime you have a question, feel free. Don't be shy. And again, thank you for your engagement to our channel, to our stream here. Alcaraz 15 all. First serve wide. Second serve coming up. By the way, had a foot of snow in Vancouver last night. I woke up and I shoveled some of the front yard, the walkways. Yeah, and Vancouver's kind of funny. It's kind of warm, so most of the snow has melted. So it went from like a foot. Now it's about 3-4 inches. Nori gets was that a double fault? No, it wasn't a double fault, but Nori wins that point there at 15 all. So there we go. 15-30. Nice up the line return by Nori. Now Alcaraz tries to lob over Nori as he makes his way to the net, but it wasn't enough juice on it, and Nori puts that away overhead. And real quick now, Nori has 2 break points to start off set number 2. Excuse-moi. Cap saying, I hate snow. You know, being born and raised in Vancouver, we only get snow about a week a year. Sometimes we'll get 2-3 weeks, but I really love it. But I love it because it goes away so fast. Nice serve out wide. Nori returns into the net. So 1 break point saved, 30-40 for Carlitos. Yeah, so I love it because, like, for example, if you live in like a city like Edmonton or Montreal or Toronto, it's going to have like, you're going to be living in snow for like 3, 4, 5 months of the year. and then it gets all dirty on the street corners from all the tires, getting mud, and it just piles up and gets really hard and cold. In Vancouver, it stays fluffy. It gets really warm. Wow, great serve out wide, like super wide, so far that Nori wasn't even in the screen. He does get it back, but then Alcaraz puts an easy put away for a deuce here. So nice little comeback after going down a couple breaks in his first service game of this set. Nori, great hustle, but yeah, just couldn't get. He was way too far off, and Alcaraz, his +1 was too close to the margin. So here we go. Deuce first serve is good. Cross court return Nori. Now we got forehand Alcaraz, forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz, backhand Nori cross court. That's wide, well wide. So Alcaraz now game point. Yes, the after snow is snow is the worst. It stays there being dirty and uglifying everything. I completely agree with you. So yeah, that's what I mean. If I lived in like Edmonton or somewhere kind of more east of BC, I would feel the same way. And I do feel that way when I go to those places, say for like a family wedding or something. And it's during that time of the year. And it's just so bad, but we never, ever get that. It just gets dry or it rains away really quick. All right, Alcaraz now got a backhand going in this rally. Another backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, forehand Nori is long. Alcaraz ends up holding, gutsy hold. I'm going to give him a button there. Nicely done for Carlito.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Okay, so Cap looks like asking. Cap is asking a question about Coric. Manor is the ex-girlfriend of Coric. Says Capricorn, he plays Dubai. And then also Manor says, I think Alcaraz will run away with that set. And then, okay, maybe not. And then Nori doesn't take his chances. He definitely didn't, although Alcaraz had a couple good serves there. How come Ben gave Ruud and Runa the best buttons? I don't know. Maybe he likes the letter R. But I'm not sure, to be honest. Although the Kennen button goes hard, folks. Gosh, unfortunately, we don't have any of those buttons. But like I said, we will be playing the Jari button for Nori. So anytime you hear Jari, think Nori. All right, Nori, first serve to kick off this game number 2 is into the net. Second serve now is good. Alcaraz, backhand return, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, cross court, backhand Nori, we're going cross court again, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, backhand Alcaraz now is just a hair long. 15 love for Nori. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your booty. Shake your booty. An hour and 11 now in minutes into this one. Beautiful serve out wide. And then, the +1 to the opposite side. Alcaraz got to that and tried to rip that forehand cross court, but it's just a little long. So good leave by Nori. You could tell he was just about to try to get a piece of it. But he let it go, and it was a smart move. It was long by about a foot. Daria is in the house. Hey, buddy, just woke up and joined at 3:30 a.m. Could you provide a quick update until now, if possible? Yes. Basically, the first set, if you remember, Daria, yesterday, that second set between Alcaraz and Jari, where they held, so Alcaraz served first. He was up 1-0, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, 5, and then it went all the way up to 6-5. And then, so that's what happened in the first set. Alcaraz served first, and then he was up 6-5. There were no breaks in the set. And then Nori got broken in the 12th game. And so Alcaraz took the first set 7-5. And then Nori actually had 2 break points in the first game, in the last service game to kick off the set. But Alcaraz came back and held. Oh, Alcaraz just now had an easy short ball, and he had a chance for an easy put away, but he went off the tape and long. So yeah, that's how it went, Daria. Basically, no breaks. Alcaraz breaks in the very last game of the first set, and we are now on serve. So that's what you've missed. But it's been a good match. Neither player is playing phenomenal, but both players are playing well in the big moments when they need to. Nori's he saved 4 out of 5 break points. Oh, Nori falls over. Alcaraz makes a drop shot. Nori gets to it, but he kind of slips as he's sliding into it. He gets the ball back over, but then he lands on his back, and he was just like incapacitated. And then Alcaraz got to that ball and put it away into the empty court. But Nori's definitely looks really bummed. I wish they'd show a replay. I'd give you another. Okay, here we go. So Alcaraz does a drop shot. Nori slides into it. Oh yeah, so he's actually sliding on the tee line, like the service tee. And as he's sliding, his foot catches and his ankle kind of rolled. It wasn't like a bad ankle roll, but he lost his balance and tumbled. And so Alcaraz got to the redrop that he hit and just put it into the open court. But Nori is no worse for wear. He's looking okay. And he's still up 40-30 game point still here on his service game. So it's a good thing. When I saw the second view of that and I saw his ankle kind of got rolled on the slide, I got a little nervous, but it didn't snap go that far. Great serve out wide. Nori +1 goes to the backhand of Alcaraz, who goes to the net with it. Nori's at the net, does a drop shot. Alcaraz gets to it and passes him on the forehand down the line. So Alcaraz with a couple of nice points when he was down 15-40 and brings it back to deuce. I feel like Nori could have done a little better with that volley. He put it in the good spot, but it just he could have made it die a little quicker because Alcaraz's shot wasn't so hard. All right, good serve out wide. Alcaraz returns up the middle now. Backhand Nori up the line is just wide. So now 3 points in a row to Alcaraz, and he sets up break point number 1. Could this be a big moment in the match, folks? Let's see. Let us see. Okay, break point now. First serve is good. Alcaraz return up the line. Now backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand chip. Nori is wide, and we have our first break of the set. And Nori is complaining to the umpire. He's kind of pointing to the baseline. He's pointing to the tee line. Can't hear what he's saying, but he's definitely frustrated at something. I don't know what he would be frustrated at. I mean, it was a little unlucky that he kind of turned his ankle, but didn't on that one drop shot play. But I'm not sure what else he would be, because there was no other disputes. Sorry, I'm trying to. It's so funny. I lean in to hear as though I'm not listening through a speaker, and I could just put the volume. I don't know why I do that. All right, here's Alcaraz now serving at 2-love. Up a break, serve +1, and he goes cross court. Nori does get a piece of the +1, but it dumps that into the net. 15-love Alcaraz. I think if Alcaraz right now, if he can kind of win the next couple of games while Nori's frustrated, and because he's looking to his box, he's talking to the umpire, little uncharacteristic, but it's not like he's going off the rails or anything, but you could just tell he's unhappy about something. And he's kind of Alcaraz with a nice serve +1 now. Drop shot by Alcaraz. Nori will get to it. Dumps that into the net. He's not going to be happy. I feel like the frustration's starting to set in a little bit. And Alcaraz is starting to pick up his game as well with the way he's contacting the ball. Tanya Jovanovic in the house from Australia. Okay, so 2 a.m. for me, which means 9 a.m., I believe, for you. Morning all, just stopping by to see what's happening. Alcaraz is up a break in the second set, and he's also up a set. And serve up the middle, Nori return long, and 40 love Alcaraz. So Alcaraz on a little run. So it was in the last game, Nori he was on serve down 0-1, and he was up 40-15. He ends up giving up the next 4 straight points and losing, and now Alcaraz has won the next 3 in this one. So 7 straight points now in a row for Alcaraz, and he's serving for a game to love. First serve is off the tape and long, so we got a second serve. King of Just in the house saying, Nori, why, man? Is Alcaraz Nori's worst nightmare? I wouldn't say he's his worst nightmare, but he's... Oh, second serve, ace. That's beautiful. So what he did there was Nori was expecting him to go up or out wide on the second serve, but he goes up the middle, and it was just beautiful. Beautifully done. So game to love for Alcaraz. And I forgot the break button from before. So he broke in the last game. Let's give him a break. And then after that break, he consolidated. So let's consolidate this bad boy. And he's on a little bit of a streak, and there's a changeover. So let's give Alcaraz the button. The whole shebang for Alcaraz right now.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
Cap saying Cam just desperately wants to win that. Yeah, that's what's happening. Yeah, it looks like he's squeezing the racket a little too tight. Manor saying, looks like that Fokina-like fall changed it all. What a shame. I mean, I don't think the fall was too bad. I'm curious why Nori is frustrated, though, because I don't think anything the umpire did or anything Alcaraz did that would frustrate him, although maybe I missed something. Manor saying maybe that Cincy win was a fluke, referring to when Nori beat Alcaraz in Cincinnati last year. You know what? Alcaraz also had a lull in that span. He didn't play well in Montreal. He lost to Tommy Paul there, uncharacteristically. And then he also tripped up in Cincy, although that was a good match, and Nori deserved it. I watched that one. Crowd was going nuts. They had a few really great points. I wouldn't say it's a fluke. Nori, I mean, he's won 1 out of 5, so I'd say that's on point for what he should be doing. You know, like he shouldn't be losing every single match to Alcaraz. Although maybe as Alcaraz kind of gets a little bit better on serve and stuff, might be different in the future. But yeah, anyways, that's how I see it there. All right, we got a rally ball from Nori. Backhand goes long, so love 15. And Nori looks a little dejected. I'm a little surprised, actually, to see, because Nori has such great fitness levels that you never see him physically give up. And I'm not saying he's given up, but he's looking dejected, and it's affecting him, which is a little bit of a bummer. First serve long here. Maybe also that fall did do something. That second serve is fault as well, double fault. So real quick, it's love 30. And the crowd is half whistling, half cheering. So I think they're trying to say, "Hey, Nori, what are you doing, man? Pick it up." SWL saying Alcaraz got this in the bag. Carlitos did have a good summer 2022. Exactly. 0 titles, and then bang, the US Open. Yeah, for sure. All right, we're into a rally here. Forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori on a short ball, good angle. Alcaraz backhand lob lands midway, overhead for Nori. Alcaraz gets to that. Another lob. This one lands deeper, overhead again for Nori, and he puts it away. Really nice one. He puts it away to his left, to the Alcaraz forehand side. But that was a really good play. I feel like if he lost that point, like say if he dumped into the net, this match would be over. So really good recovery there, and way to stay focused. It's not easy to hit high lobs, especially from deep in the court. Nice serve, great return, but Nori with a short ball takes it on the backhand, cross court winner +1. So he's back into it. 30 all here. Honora saying this is upsetting, stupid crowd. I don't think they were booing him in the way saying, "Oh, you're bad. We don't like you." They were saying, "Hey, man, pick it up. We know you can do it," and he has picked it up. So, kudos to Nori here. He just won another point off serve, so 40-30. He was down love 30, looking dejected, and now he's just won 3 in a row, and he's got a little more pep in his step. So good recovery here, Nori. First serve is wide, so second serve coming up. It would be nice for Carlitos to win the Olympic gold in singles. Yeah, it would be sweet. And it's going to be on the Paris clay. Beautiful winner for Nori. Alcaraz was coming to the net. And as he was, Nori did a cross court. The ball just barely made it over the net and dipped. Alcaraz had no chance on that. Beautifully placed. So Nori holds. And it was a gutsy hold. So we're going to play the Nori/Jari button. So remember, when you hear Jari, you're actually trying to hear Nori.
It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Okay, go beat Chup. Quiet, baby. All right, here we go. Alcaraz serving up 1 set and a break at 3-1 here in the second set. Nori's return goes long. 15-love Carlitos. Yeah, so we're talking about the Olympic. Yeah, so that's the Olympics next year in Paris. And they're going to be playing at Roland Garros. So that would be pretty crazy. Although pretty sure Novak has his sights on that and Rafa may as well. But with Rafa, I'm not sure. All right, second serve now at 15-love as the first one goes off the tape and long. SWL, will Maddie Keys ever win a title again? I think she will. And we got a double fault from Carlitos. 15-all now. Compliment King is in the house. Greetings to all. Hey, Tanya Jovanovic, great point at Max N. Oh, and hi, Cuffy. Hello, buddy. Great to have you here. But it'll be the Rafa final show, maybe. Okay. In regards to the Olympics, I believe you're talking there. Alcaraz first serve is outside of the service box. Second serve coming up. Okay. Second serve is good. Nice return. Alcaraz forehand dump into the net. So Nori now got a little momentum. Looking for a break here to get back on serve in the second set. Alcaraz now down 15-30. Hey, Max saying, hey, Compliment King, thank you for liking my insight. Cap saying, fans, can we have a Cam Nori button? Ben, I don't know her. Funny. JP, what up, Max? Hey, OC. Hey, Ems, Ireland's finest. Hey, Covey and everyone, welcome. Ems, great to have you. Alcaraz had a serve, nice out wide, short ball for the +1. He dumps that into the net. So a little bit of a lull now for Alcaraz. And he's down a couple of breakpoint opportunities now. So Nori, after looking dejected and looking like he might be out of this match, quickly turns it around and now has a chance to get level back to on serve here in the second set. First serve is an ace out wide, Alcaraz. So he took a little pace off of it, but the placement was gorgeous, and Nori had no chance to even try. So Alcaraz now serving at 30-40. Still a breakpoint opportunity for Nori, however. Tanya, so I was checking out the live ranking, and it seems if Carlos wins here, he shares the #1 spot with Novak. Is this right? Yes. Let me get into that in 1 second. First serve is into the tape. So basically, this is how it goes. If Alcaraz wins this match, tomorrow, him and Novak will have the exact same amount of points. However, Novak would retain the #1 position because he has more points in mandatory tournaments. Alcaraz gets broken. Nori with a nice deep return. Alcaraz tried to run around the backhand, but his forehand was shanky as all heck. So, break for Nori. So there you go, Tanya. That's how it goes. Because Novak has more points amassed in bigger tournaments, Grand Slams, year-end, and Masters. He will retain. And so, yeah. And then after that, we'll have to see. Manor saying, Covey, I'm pulling out. Have to get to sleep. All right. Great to have you, Manor. Have a great sleep, and we'll see you soon on a stream for sure. If you get the chance, tomorrow, Covey's Corner, 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's when it's going to be dropping. So hopefully you get a chance to check that out. If not, we'll see you next week sometime for sure. Okay. JP saying, yes, they will both be on 69-80 points. Decades ago now, a journalist asked Mariah Carey what she thinks about Jennifer Lopez, and Mariah said, I don't know her. Massive levels of shade. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Especially now that J-Lo has kind of taken over in terms of popularity and social impact, I guess I'd say. Bye, everyone, says Manoris. Take care, Manoris. Yeah, I guess, well, they just have to figure out, there has to be some sort of kind of tie break criteria, so I guess makes sense. How often has this happened in tennis? Pretty cool. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if it ever has happened. I was actually curious about that. I should, yeah, maybe I'll look into that. Or Covey's Corner, maybe. Okay, here's Nori serving on serve now. He's down a set, but on serve in set number 2, 2-3. First serve. It was called out, the first serve. But Alcaraz, was it in or out? Okay, it was called out, but Alcaraz goes up to the mark and said it was in. So it is in, and it's 15-love. All right, here's Nori now serving. Good serve. Alcaraz return up the middle. Backhand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori is long. 15 all. Oh. My feet are getting cold, folks. I'm going to go grab some socks. And I'm back. Serve Nori. Nice one. Return up the middle. Backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand slice Nori goes long. So Nori now down 15-30. Alcaraz trying to get that boomerang break right back. See if he can do it. So this set has been just all momentum. The first two games, all Alcaraz. Actually, the first three games, all Alcaraz. And then Nori just turned it around a couple games ago, and it's been all him the last two. Serve +1 is a beauty by Nori. Alcaraz gets a piece of it, but the lob goes wide. And Alcaraz is looking at the +1 spot, but he's not complaining. So it looks like that's all good. Nori, 30 all now on serve. Okay, nice serve out wide. Alcaraz returns it desperate. It was a short ball. Now overhead for Nori, and he smashes that into oblivion. 40-30 game point. Covey's Corner. Wait, I think you had another comment, Daria, about, I missed it. It's something about Bhangra, the Indian dance. You saying Bhangra, Punjabi dance today? Alcaraz is going to take this. Chakte patte. Could be. Yeah, because I remember seeing Bhangra somewhere. So your question is Covey's Corner at what time in India? So Alcaraz return goes into the net. So we're back on level terms in set number 2, 3 all. We'll have one break each. And good hold for Nori. So remember, when you hear Jari, think Nori.
It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry.
So I think you're asking what time. All right, we got a rally going on here. Backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori, backhand Alcaraz off the tape and wide. So love 15. So let's see. In India, is it okay? Let me think. In India, is it currently 3:45? If it is 3:45, that means you're. Let's see. 12, 13 and a half hours ahead. If that's the case, 13 and a half, then, or is it, are they 12 and a half or 13 and a half? So it's either going to be at 12:30 a.m. or 1:30 a.m., I think. Okay. Oh, nice little point there for Nori. Makes his way to the net, forces Alcaraz to hit a backhand slice under desperation, and that goes wide. So now Nori just a couple of points away from another break. Looking good here. Oh, JP, second last day of summer here. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, JP, by calendar, not by temperature. Yeah, I don't mind. I haven't had many hot days. No. I remember a couple weeks ago, you guys were saying it's like in the 30s and you're going to the beach and stuff. Max saying, Cap, I know the whole drama between Mariah and J-Lo. That was a wonderful quote by Mariah. Oh, nice. All right, Alcaraz with a nice serve and volley. Oh, the volley was beautiful. Nori gets to it, though. He lobs it. Now Alcaraz with a slam, and he puts it away. So that was a tricky point there. Alcaraz, yeah, pretty interesting. Oh, there he is, the chef himself, Gary Saint Laurent. Covey, GTL guys and gals, better late than never. Sundays are beach days with my bride, but I'm finally in my tennis chair. Welcome. Hope you are having a great day, had a great day at the beach, and are now relaxing with a beverage in the tennis chair. Alcaraz with a nice serve out wide. The return goes into the net. So Alcaraz back to 30 all here. Hey, Chef Gary, says JP. And JP, leftover pizza today, everyone. We can be all about tennis today. Yeah, we were talking earlier about how much fun we had talking about the culinary skills of our members here. First serve there for Alcaraz is a let. First serve coming up. Oh, let's look at the likes actually. 49, halfway to the 100 mark, but we only have 46 people watching. So everyone in here seems like they've given us a like, and I really appreciate that. If you haven't, please do. Would appreciate that as well. Also, look in the description box. There are other ways to support. You can get merch, Patreon, PayPal. You can join the Discord channel, a Reddit page, subreddit. All right, Alcaraz drop shot. That was a very lazy drop shot. Hit the tape and did not make it over. So it is now another break point opportunity for Nori. 30-40 on the Alcaraz serve. Max saying, hey, Gary, nice to have you here. Always good to have Gary in the chat. Welcome, Gary. We're all hungry. What's special today? All right, Alcaraz serve out wide, and he does a serve and volley. Nori gets to it, and the volley from the second volley from Alcaraz goes into the net. Nori breaks, and he is up 4-3 in the set. So he was down 3-love, getting dominated, looking dejected, and then 4 straight games now. So gutsy performance here for Nori. And again, he deserves a button. And again, he don't have his button here. So remember, you're not hearing Jari, you're hearing Nori.
It's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry, it's Jerry.
It's Nori, it's Nori. Okay, Carlitos sitting at his little bench there, calmly. Nori, meanwhile, is ripping off his grip and putting a new one on, it looks like. You better hurry up here. He's just starting. Oh, did Carlos call an MTO? Someone just was sitting in front of him. Now the camera's moved away. As for the kits, Alcaraz is wearing the same things he's been wearing since he came back in Argentina last week. The hot pink top with the Nike swoosh in the middle, white shorts. So his right, I think they're just massaging his right thigh. Same thing that they did yesterday. And I saw a quote that he said. He said it's nothing. He said it's just the niggles of playing. after missing so long. He's like, I'm 100%, but just got a little massage. So if anyone is asking, hey, we got David in the house. Hello, Covey. Hoping for a change in luck for Cam in this head-to-head. Apart from that Cincinnati win, not much for him to write home about. Yeah, for sure. And he's looking good. He was down love 3, and he was looking really dejected, actually. Like he was bummed. He was having an issue. I don't know what it was with the umpire, but some frustration. And he has come back, stormed back, actually, 4 straight games. So he's looking good right now. Yeah. We got so many people are in the house, Covey. By now, everyone must be familiar with everyone. Yeah, we got 49 people in the house. And Alcaraz takes the first point here on the Nori serve. So love 15. Let's see. On our YouTube, it says that we have, or sorry, it says we have 49 people watching altogether. Great return, Alcaraz off the backhand. He goes up the line. Nori does get a piece of that return, but he hits it into the net. So real quick, Alcaraz saying, hey, not so fast. And he's got a little bit of pressure on the Nori serve here. Well. Look at Cam rising. Max saying what up to David. GSL, same. Nice serve from Nori out wide. Alcaraz forehand into the net. So 15-30 now. We got Dave saying what up to the crew. David, sing for us, says Capricorn. I don't know what that's in reference to, but hey, I'd love to hear you sing, buddy. I'm sure you have an angelic voice. Definitely have a good voice when you're calling matches. Here we go. Nori, second serve. Alcaraz does a little saber action. Steps in and just, I think he made contact with that ball like halfway between the service line and the baseline. So really good pressure there. Smart move. Yeah, he was really close to the service line when he contacted that. And so anyways, double break point now. 15-40 on the Nori serve. First serve is good. Backhand return. Forehand Nori is long. Boomerang break right back. And we're level again at 4, just like that. Wonderful game and break for Carlitos. Second time I forgot. I forgot to do a break on the one before. So this break is for Nori from the last game. Got to level it out, you know? Got to be fair and equitable. All right, here's Alcaraz serving at 4-all. First serve out wide is a beauty. I don't know if that was an ace or Nori got a piece of it. But either way, Alcaraz wins that point. Beautiful. Yeah, Nori missed it. Just barely. So 15 love. It was an ace in the end for those counting. All right. First serve now is up at 15 love. Beautiful serve up the tee. Alcaraz comes in, and then he does a drop volley, and he just sails it long. So he comes in trying to do a serve and volley, but Nori's return dipped after it went out to the net. So Alcaraz had to wait for it to bounce, and then right as it bounced, he hit it and kicked it long there. So here we go. All right, 15-all. First serve is good. Good return up the middle. Now Alcaraz backhand slice from Nori. That one goes into the net. 30-15. GTL saying, Covey, David is an encyclopedia of popular music. Interesting. And quite the crooner. Nice. Have you heard of Vancouver's finest, Michael Bublé? He does that crooner style. And he's also a big fan of the Vancouver Canucks, so he's kind of all over the scene here in Vancouver. I believe he's married to like an Argentinian model as well. So maybe we'll see him next year at the Argentina Open. That's good to know, though. If I ever have any questions regarding music, I'm gonna tweet out to Dave. All right, Alcaraz with a drop shot on the +1. He had the whole court, but he goes wide on the drop shot, about 4 inches. So Nori putting the pressure on here, and it is 30-all. Yeah, if that was just 3 inches to the right, that would have been a winner there off the drop shot, but no avail. All right, 30-all here. First serve is up. It's good. No, it's not good. That was actually long. Second serve now. Here we go, finally. Serve is good. Now return is deep. Alcaraz, it landed on the baseline. Alcaraz just chopped the forehand, but that goes into the net. Alcaraz looking like not disinterested, but little less energetic. Maybe a good way to say it. So breakpoint opportunity here. Will we have a third straight break here? Alcaraz serving 30-40. First serve is long. We got David saying, of course, Buble is definitely a voice to be admired and to be modeled upon. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good one. He's a fun guy too, it seems like. All right, we've got a good rally going on. Alcaraz just got broken there. Nori went up the line as he made his way to the net, and Alcaraz had a lob, but that went long. So there's a break for Cameron Nori. Okay, once again, remember, you're not hearing Jari, you're hearing Nori.
It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry. It's Jerry.
Okay, so now is a little reason to be a little bit unnerved now. Alcaraz, so in the last changeover, he was getting a massage just like he did yesterday in the match, and everything was fine. Now he's having a medical timeout, and they're taping up his thigh. So I really hope that this is not a bigger issue. He's obviously already missed 4 months this year. He doesn't look concerned. I don't know if it's precautionary, but this is sights you don't really want to see. Even before seeing this, I wasn't sure that he was going to be playing in Acapulco because of playing 10 matches in 13 days, but 9 matches. But now it's making me think it's almost for sure that he won't play no matter what happens in this match. But yeah, bummer, definite bummer here for him having to get his leg taped after being out for 4 months. Max saying, I hope Carlitos isn't injured. I don't think he is. Hope it's precautionary as well. Gary, I have an old college girlfriend who thinks Buble is a god. David saying, hope that hamstring is okay. So now serving for the set is Cam Nori at 5-4, up a break here, but down a set in this match. What is going to happen? Oh my God, this is a dramatic match. So Nori takes that first point, 15-love. Saw an article today, Carlos saying injuries are part of life of a tennis player, that you just have to live with them. Yeah, I think that might be the same kind of quote that I saw. Nori with a nice serve up the tee. Alcaraz return goes long. And quickly here, 30-love for Nori. And it's looking more and more like he might be forcing a third set. Good serve. Up the middle, return into the net, backhand from Alcaraz. So 3 swings and 3 points for Nori. 40-love triple set point. What a turnaround. And an ace up the tee, and Alcaraz looking, he didn't even try for that. So I wonder what's going on here. Interesting turn of events. So consolidation and the set goes to Cam Nori. So Carlitos shouldn't be compared to anyone else, but who do you think he is reminiscent to out of the big 3? So I think he has the attacking, always going forward mentality of Roger. I think he has the never say die in a point like Nadal. And I think his movement and defense not his defense isn't as good as Djokovic yet, but his movement is pretty much there. I'd say like I'd give Djokovic like a 10 in movement and 10 in defense, and I'd give Alcaraz like a 9.8 in both of those. So that's kind of how I see it there. Yeah. And then Cap saying Carlito style mostly reminds me of Feds. Daria saying, oh man, third set coming up. Didn't expect this. SWL Suwon Lim with a similar sentiment saying, wow, 3-setter. GSL, I think he has the elements of all three, but you would have to say overall his speed on the court reminds one of Novak. What do you think? Yeah, I agree with you there. Hey, check it out, folks. Sorry, Covey, Nori button now added. Thank you very much for throwing that on there, guys. We've been using the Jari button because Jari sounds a little bit like Nori, but we will get to Nori, and you know what? He deserves it after winning that set. So here we go, folks. Nori, the real one.
One thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, but Cam Norrie's heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Norrie's heading through.
Cap saying, so I was right. It's a 3-set match. Yeah, you're right. I had Alcaraz in 3 as well, although I was a little bit weary and I was thinking I wasn't positive. Definitely the least confident I've been in an Alcaraz victory pick. But here we go. Starting the set, Alcaraz with an easy serve out wide and then +1 inside out forehand, 15 love. So the good news, folks, regarding any potential injury is that Alcaraz did not have any work done during the set changeover or like the break between sets. So that's a good sign. It would have been more nerve-wracking if he did have some more work done on that. So another serve +1. Now he goes forehand cross-court. Nori lobs, but it's long. So 30 love Alcaraz, who is looking already better than he did at the end of set number 2 there. By the way, I've been saying Alcaraz's shorts are white. They're actually not. They're more of like a canvasy, like a yellow-white-ish color. Anyways, there's Covey talking about kits again. Another serve +1 for Alcaraz. Nori didn't even try on that one, so he serves it out wide and then goes up the line forehand. And 3 straight serve +1s for Carlitos here to take a 40 love lead. We need the Nori button on loop now. Yeah, he definitely has been deserving it. Well, we'll get a few more in there, I'm sure. Alcaraz serve up the middle. Nori backhand return. Alcaraz forehand. Nori backhand forehand. Alcaraz up the line, and it's a winner. And it's a game to love, Carlito. Okay. So Daria saying, Max, he just recently said he is different from all 3 and he is just himself. Yeah, no, I mean, of course he is. But, I mean, you could still look at certain things that he can do well and kind of – I mean, the thing that's crazy is we're comparing his attributes to, like, the greatest to ever play the game. And they're like, he does have the qualities of some of them. So it's comparing him is different than just like kind of noting his qualities, because we're not trying to say he's the next this or that. Just saying that he has elements of each, he's just a really well put together young player. He's got his game rounded out. All right, here's Nori. First serve is a fault. Second serve is good. Alcaraz does a return and volley, another Staber, and he puts away an overhead easy. So Nori now down love 15. Alcaraz got some pep in his step. He went from looking just dejected. It almost like he just gave the end of that set away and said, okay, I'm just going to recompose myself. And 5 straight points to start the set. All right, Nori serve, backhand return. Alcaraz is wide. So Nori, first point of the set now, 15 all. Here we go. Tanya asking, was Buenos Aires in 3? No, it was in straight sets. It was, I think, 6-4, 7-5, I believe. Okay. Nori with a serve up the tee, and then his +1, he cross-court forehand goes wide. So 15-30, a little bit of pressure quick on the Nori serve. Cap saying pink looks good on Carlos. Yeah, I think he rocks that for sure. It looks good. JP saying was 2 sets. Okay, I guess that was in regards to Tanya's comment. GSL saying, Covey, last year we had a debate about who had the best speed on court. Monfils, Alcaraz, Joker. I said Monfils fastest, Alcaraz smoothest, Joker most effective. Yeah, another saber from Alcaraz at the net, and he has a drop volley winner. Man, he's really taking advantage of this Nori second serve. You can tell that it's a part of his strategy, but he's just committed to it more right now. So he's up a couple of breakpoint opportunities, 15-40 now. Yeah, I feel like maybe in an outright straight sprint, Monfils might take out Alcaraz, although, I mean, Alcaraz has gotten to some balls that I was like, that's just humanly impossible. That's a really good one, Gary. I have to think about that for a sec. Another saber, and Nori forehand cross court goes wide, and Alcaraz with 3 saber points on the second serve, and he breaks real quick here, and he's up 2 games to love. Wow, that was, I mean, it's like he just decided, I'm really gonna use this strategy all of a sudden. JP saying he's got great temperament too. But yeah, I would agree that Novak is the smoothest. He does like, yeah, his footwork and movement is so good that he looks effortless out there. Alcaraz, tried to go pass up the line as Nori made his way to the net after the return, but it goes long. So Nori gets the first point. Love 15 here. Yeah, Joker just looks so smooth. You could tell it's just years and years of practice. And his anticipation as well is really smooth. But yeah, I'd say that's pretty fair statement. All right, Alcaraz now got a short ball on the +1, rips it forehand. Nori does get a piece of that, but that goes long, 15 all. And yeah, you said that already, or I clicked that already. He's got a great temperament too. Very calm in big moments, especially for a youngster. Tanya giving the thumbs up. And hey, speaking of thumbs up, please give us a like, folks. We got 55 people in. We got 52 likes. So the 3 of you that haven't liked, please give us a like. We really appreciate it. And also, hey, please subscribe as well. If you're new, we'd love to have you. Our target goal is 100,000 subscribers. We recently hit 50,000, which was phenomenal. And it was all thanks to every one of you. All right, serve from Alcaraz. And then his +1 backhand cross court, nicely done. So Alcaraz up 30-15, looking like he's cruising, but that's what it looked like at 3-love in the last set, and he ended up losing that one 6-4. Max saying, Gary, I would say Carlitos reminds me of Roger with the playing style. Yeah, I'd say, especially with the constant aggression and coming forward at any moment. You know, and then also the serve +1. He's got like Roger level serve +1. So yeah, definitely offensively. Roger was more smooth on the court, like looked more effortless. Drop shot attempt for Alcaraz after the serve that pulled Nori out wide, but it hits the top of the tape and does not make it over. So 30 all. Right idea, wrong execution. GSL saying Alcaraz's mind is as great an asset as his physical skills, for sure. His IQ is crazy, especially when he's doing this cat and mouse stuff. He can make guys run the wrong way. He makes players, when he has to make like a say there's a short ball that's like dropping from a high point and he has time, he's so good at making the other player guess first and then, you know, places it afterwards. Oh, Alcaraz with a double fault, just barely there. So went from a pretty easy looking hold or a pretty easy looking game to a break point opportunity for Nori. Yeah, that second serve was just a hair long, just the smallest hair. But yeah, we're talking real quick about the footwork of Roger. Yeah, Roger looked more effortless. Like he looked like he wasn't sweating, even though he'd run back and forth and back and forth. Carlitos definitely looks like there's effort in there. Like, oh, serve +1, inside out forehand. Alcaraz goes into the net. So he just started another lull in the middle of that game after being up 30 love. So break for Nori, and we are back on.
One thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, for Cam Norrie's heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Norrie's heading through.
All right. Let's see. Daria Ravel saying Roger was so smooth on foot. Yeah, beautiful footwork, just so smooth. Korda is the only player now that reminds me of that smoothness, where he looks effortless. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anyone else on that level of smoothness. But yeah, I'd say Korda is the one that comes to mind the most. Gary saying Carlos turns on the juice in almost every third set. This is why he's the biggest threat to every opponent. 3-set matches, including Novak. Yeah, for sure. I mean, last year, up until up until after the U.S. Open, I believe he had won at least one set in every single match he played. So whether he won or lost, well, obviously when he won, but when he, even on the matches he lost, in the first like 55 matches of the year or something, 47, something outrageous, he'd won at least a set. And that just shows his fight and ability to play. As Nori wins the first point here on the Alcaraz, tries to go up the line forehand and dumps that into the net. So 15 love Nori on serve at 1-2. Nothing seems to bother him. That's true. Himself is the only thing, and it's not like he's one of these guys who goes off the rails, but sometimes you'll see, like yesterday when he tossed his racket in disgust at himself when he missed like an easy backhand slice. But he generally looks like he's having a great time on court, and I think that's one of his superpowers. He's actually taking off the tape on his thigh in the middle of the game here. He's literally ripping off his bandaged right thigh in between points. So something's bothering him, and he's got literally tape coming off his. Yeah, I've never seen a player take it off in the middle of the point. I guess it was maybe too tight or something. Anyways, Nori 30 love here. First serve is a good one. Backhand return is long from Alcaraz. 40 love. Got a triple game point here for the Brit. JPM's good day from the Banana Republic. Serve is good. Alcaraz return into the middle of the net. Looking not too hot. Nice hold. It was actually a consolidation and a game to love. Daria asking, is Nori playing well or Carlitos' game is down? Carlitos is going like a roller coaster. He's like going like 10 points or like 3-4 minutes of just killer tennis, and then he'll have a lull. Nori's just he's been constant and pretty solid all the way through. Alcaraz with a serve +1, and it's so funny. He looks like he's dejected and loses a game, and then boom, serve +1 on his like just so smooth and easy. So I'm not sure what to make of this right now. 15 love, serve is good. Backhand return Nori, backhand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz up the line, forehand Nori, Alcaraz swinging volley cross court, Nori with a lob off of that, and Alcaraz with an overhead, and he puts it away. 30 love Carlito. No, that was sorry, Gary. I was just talking about yesterday where he did that one. Again, it wasn't like he was throwing to smash it. He was just disgusted and he kind of tossed it away. But he hasn't done any of that today. If I made it sound like that, yeah. I hope Carlitos can control his emotions, says Max. Nice serve out wide. Good return from Nori was deep and out to the sideline. Alcaraz couldn't handle that. He sails that forehand long. So Alcaraz 30-15. Okay, now I say Carlos is bothered by the leg. He might be after ripping that tape off. Never seen that before. Yeah, I've never seen a player take that off in the middle of a... Like, it was between points. Like, Nori was literally up 30 love, and then Carlos was like, hold on a second, let me rip this bandage off my leg. Or the whatever. All right, second serve, and then he comes in, second serve, and volley, but the volley is into the net. Carlitos, something is up. Carlos is not looking to fly right now. Also, his body language, very, very neutral. Gary saying M's first for everything, right? I've never seen that happen in other sports, basketball, American football. Yes, Gary, definitely. Yeah, really crazy. First serve just a hair wide. 30 all still. Second serve coming up. Serve is good. Backhand return. Now forehand up the line is just wide. Alcaraz had the whole line up there, but just misses. So Nori now. Break point opportunity. This is big, folks. This is big. The crowd is trying to cheer up Alcaraz. They're roaring. I think they want him to get back in this one. All right, 53 likes, and we got 60 people in. That's a pretty good ratio. Thank you guys all for your support. All right, good serve. Now Alcaraz with a drop shot. Nori gets to it, and it goes into the net. Alcaraz. One thing about this kid is the nerve. The nerve to do that. He's missed the last couple drop shots. Now it's break point in the third set of a final. And again, he does this great drop shot. Nori gets to it, but hits it into the net. I mean, come on, man. Gutsy. Alcaraz, serve out wide. Nori returned to the feet. Now a backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz, the high looper. Nori, forehand. Alcaraz backhand cross court, forehand Nori. Alcaraz drop shot again to the same spot, and it bounces twice. So again, Alcaraz using the drop shot when Nori's back. Gary saying, no, Covey, Carlos just threw his racket during the last changeover. You were commenting about something else. Okay. I did not see that. Yeah, my feed wasn't... I guess I didn't see that. But yeah, anyways, interesting to see. I wonder if he was frustrated because of the taping on the leg. All right, serve is up the tee. Good return. And then Alcaraz forehand goes up the line, but it's long again. So back to deuce here. Precarious situation. Gary saying movement is gone from the injury. Now he's just going for winners reminiscent of Novak round 2 at the AO. Yeah. Generally, when a player loses their mobility, they just go for the winners for sure. All right. Second serve is a double fault. So another break point opportunity for Nori. Yeah, looking like something's up here, folks. Daria is asking, any Nori fans here? Serve is good. Return. Now Alcaraz comes to the net. Nori tries to pass him and does. Nicely done. Yeah, you can tell he's trying to shorten the points. That's another way to counteract injury, counteract movement, is just try to get to the net as soon as possible, because when one person's at the net, the point's going to end within 1 or 2 shots from there. So perhaps he's not able to run around, but another break for Nori here, and it's looking like a foregone conclusion that Alcaraz might not be able to have the legs for this one. Here we go for Nori.
One thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, for Cam Norrie's heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Norrie's heading through.
And M saying, hate anyone being injured. Yeah, for sure. Not sure. It's funny, he's not having any work done or anything, so maybe he just thinks like they can't really do anything. It's maybe he feels something internally. Um, we've got Chikuna Lo Diagne. I'm sure I butchered that, but apologies if I did. Vamos Alcaraz. Thank you for the comment, my friend. We appreciate you being in the chat and the stream. SWL saying Iga and Carlito upset within the same week? Question mark. M saying Vamos Carlitos. Taria saying, oh no, can't see the score line. And then we do have a Nori fan. Drew Finn Kelson says, go Nori, as he hits his first serve here into the net. Gary saying damaged goods, no question. Second serve for Nori. Alcaraz tries to come in, but he shanks that return pretty badly. Okay, well, I waited 4 months for this guy to come back, and now he looks like he's hurt. First serve is long there. I hope. Anyways, we'll find out what's going on. He's still playing, so still got a chance. But yeah, like Gary said, when you shorten up the points, it's because he can't really move that well. Got a backhand now. Backhand Nori. Forehand coming up Alcaraz. Backhand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Up the line is a rocket. So even though he can't really move, his arms work well. That was a ripper of a forehand. Maybe the hardest forehand he's hit today. And it's 15 all. Oof. Yeah, he got that early and just smacked the crap out of it. Very nicely done. But he didn't really give any sort of vamos or anything. So and he's still thinking about the injury potentially. All right. Backhand return Alcaraz now. Backhand Alcaraz, forehand Nori. Another backhand Alcaraz, another forehand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz, forehand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz into the other side, cross court, and it's a winner. So it looks like he's gaining a little rhythm on his ball striking, but his movement is still... I mean, honestly, if I'm Cam Nori, I would be drop shotting this guy and lobbing this guy to the heavens because it's obvious that his movement is not there. But he's just giving him balls in the strike zone. I don't think that's a smart move. Nori needs to take a second here. All right, serve at 15-30. Backhand is a winner. Return up the line from Alcaraz. He's been eating up the second serve returns, but this was a first serve return up the line. And now Alcaraz, again, man, this kid is crazy. So he's now got a couple of break point opportunities. Oh, just landed inside the line. Beautifully redirected. Yeah, what a crazy point there. All right, serve is good. And another return winner. It's a cross-court winner, and it landed on the sideline. So Alcaraz, out of nowhere, brings it back to level in set number 3. Daria saying, do something, Covey. It's getting so sad. I don't have to do anything. This guy just hit like 3 winners in a row after looking like he's, about to get on the plane to the next location. Interesting. M saying, hope it's not severe. It was great having him back. Do you think he is injured and still continuing? JP saying it's a yo-yo match. To answer your question, Daria, I think, we saw him pull out when he tore his ab in Paris Bercy last year. So if he's hurt, that could hurt him in the future. He knows that he needs to take, he needs to just retire. Like he's smart enough to know that, okay, this is not good for my future. So he hasn't done that. So that leads me to think that he's fine to continue playing. Now he won the first game of his serve there. So 15 love. The serve came back unreturned. So here's 15 love first serve now. Is into the net. SWL Suwon Lim. Vamos. Second serve is good. Nori runs around the backhand for a forehand return. And then Alcaraz goes cross court. Forehand Nori is long. So 30 love Alcaraz. I don't know what to say, folks. This match is constantly contradicting itself with what's happening 5 seconds ago to what's happening now. It looks like one player's hot, then they go cold, then Alcaraz looks injured, and then he starts ripping winners all over the place. I don't know what to tell you. And just like that, another serve +1 winner, Alcaraz, 40 love, and he's within a game of a 4-3 lead. What an interesting match this is. I mean, how crazy would it be if Alcaraz wins this match and then declares that, oh, I'm injured, I can't play for another, 2-3 weeks or something. Anyways, 40 love, first serve is a good one, returned by Nori. And then Alcaraz rips a forehand cross court. He is really connecting with his ground strokes right now, folks, especially on the forehand, whether it's up the line or cross court. And he's gingerly walking back to the bench for the changeover. So a nice hold and a consolidation after breaking.
Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos.
JP saying the kid can play. Yeah, he can for sure. Hey, we should give credit to Nori too, folks. I know we're talking a lot about Alcaraz because he looks like he's hampered with injury, but I mean, Nori's both these players are having ups and downs, but in the big moments, they're both showing up. They're playing well for themselves. So enjoying this match here. Some really good points as well. More so in the beginning of this set. There was a few at the end of the first set and beginning of this set. There was quite a few interesting points. But it's been a good match overall, I'd say. We got Laura Martinez saying, Cameron, tú puedes. I believe that means, Cameron, you can do it. Yeah, let's go. We do have some Cameron Nori fans in the house. We've got Drew, go Nori. Earlier, Daria was asking, do we have any Nori fans? So yes, we do, Daria, to answer your question very late. It was up here. You saying any Nori fans here? Okay, speaking of Nori, he is selecting the balls that he is going to start off game number 8 with in this deciding third set, serving at 3-4, set a piece in the final. Here we go. First serve is good. Alcaraz, backhand into the net. 15 love, Nori. Okay, 15 love, first serve into the net. Here comes a second. So will Alcaraz try to attack with the lack of mobility? Because then it gets him to the net closer as well. Double fault, so 15 all. Doesn't have to do anything this time. Hassan Ahmed saying, I hope Murray wins Dubai. Oh, that would be something, wouldn't it? And the way he's playing now, I think for him, the biggest thing is he's got to win a couple matches in straight sets. It's too hard to play 2.5, 3 hours every single time for these 3-set matches. All right, another serve into the net from Nori. Second coming up here at 15 all. It's actually a really big game. If Alcaraz can sneak out of this game, he'll be serving for the set. But backhand goes long from Alcaraz, so 30-15 now, Nori. And we got Daria saying there should have been audio voice comment option here. You mean like speech to text type of thing? Okay, shushing the crowd as Nori serves. Great serve out wide, backhand block return, and then Nori goes up the line, winner on the +1. There you go, 40-15. And then he gives a fist pump to his team. Daria saying yes in regard to the voice to text. Got to talk to YouTube about that one, buddy. But that's a good idea. Why wouldn't they? I mean, everything else does these days. I'll get into that in a second. Backhand return, Alcaraz, Nori off the tape, and it lands on the Alcaraz side. So lucky bounce, and it goes game for Nori, and he holds a big hold here at 4 all. Lucky point, but he did well there, so we're going to give him some love.
One thing that is true, he knows what to do.
right, Alcaraz gets that first serve in, and then return cross court. Then Alcaraz goes cross court. Nori up the line is just wide. So Alcaraz 15 love. Woo! You guys, the tension, it's starting to mount. I can feel it in my face. Here we go. Alcaraz 15 love. First serve is good. Return up the middle. Forehand. Drop shot. Alcaraz. Nori doesn't even... Oh, I didn't hear it. I guess they called that serve long. My bad. Second serve here is good. Forehand Nori, forehand Alcaraz, backhand Nori, cross court, forehand Alcaraz up the line into the net. So it's 15 all. Nori fist pumping, looking good. Epic and dramatic match, says Cap. Anyone could be the winner. I agree. I have literally no idea who's going to win this match. If Andy beats Novak and Daniil, I will stop eating pizza for a week. I like that addition. He's been pulling off miracles, but that would be quite a double miracle. Alcaraz again, serve out wide, and then goes up the line on the +1, 30-15. So, again, I have no idea what's going to happen. This is the beauty of sport, folks. On paper, we have one person should win, and then when the actual balls are being bounced and the serves are being hit, there's always a different story. It's never quite as easy as it should be. Alcaraz, first serve let. Got a second chance here at a first serve. Nice serve. Return up the middle. Alcaraz forehand. Backhand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori. Alcaraz forehand long. 30 all here. Little bit of pressure. Ooh. What time? It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to have a nice lunch after this. A late lunch. It's going to be delicious. I don't even know what I'm going to eat, but I just know it's going to be good because my stomach is hungry. All right. Alcaraz 30 all. First serve. Good. Return into the net. Nori. Nice hard serve. Alcaraz, 196 clicks on that one. Some serve stats for you guys. Alcaraz, 4 service aces, 4 double faults. Nori, 2 aces, 5 double faults. So pretty similar. Alcaraz here, 40-30. Game point. Serve is up. It's good. Backhand return. Forehand Alcaraz into the net. Wow, he's not able to move that well. So when he misses some of them, like it just looks like he's doing like a practice rally ball into the net. Anyways, deuce here. Daria, oh yeah, a couple comments here. Oh, Alcaraz first serve is long. Daria saying everyone is quite quiet here. What's up, guys? Tension is full on. Yes, it is. Second serve, Alcaraz at deuce. Second serve is good. Backhand is up the line. Nori, Alcaraz backhand is into the net. He dumps it. So Cam Nori now with the advantage, looking for that break and the opportunity to serve out the match. Let's see, will Carlitos... He's tough to beat on his ad side points when he's mobile because he forces everyone to keep it to his forehand. But let's see. Good serve, backhand return. Alcaraz forehand. Backhand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Nori. Alcaraz another forehand. And then Nori, a short ball. Alcaraz gets to it. Cross court. Nori gets to that, but hits it off the tape. Woo! Back to deuce, folks. The tension. The tension. Getting crazy. Hope this goes to a tie break, says SWL. Would be epic. I agree with you, my friend. You can hear your tummy rumbling from here, all the way in Australia. Tie break would be fitting. No, please. Can't see this. Yeah, it's funny. You know, sports are funny. I remember I had a friend. I'll talk about that after. It's a little hockey thing. But right now we're at deuce here. Alcaraz. First serve. Ace. And oh, I guess it's being overturned. He actually hit the linesperson like dead on. Like they turned, but it hit them in the shoulder. That was at 226 too. That's the hardest I've ever seen him hit a serve. All right, serve is good on the second, and then the +1 into the net from Alcaraz. So another break chance for Nori. Oh man. Okay, guys, here we go. Alcaraz facing another break point here. First serve. is good. Return up the middle. Drop shot Alcaraz. Nori gets to it, or does he? Either way, it hits it into the net. And Alcaraz, this guy has balls made out of straight up steel, guys. It's unbelievable. And he just cleared it too. Nori, he actually did get it before the second bounce, but literally his racket was like touching the ground and it bounced off the strings. All right, Alcaraz serve out wide. Nori return across court. Now Alcaraz forehand. Nori. Alcaraz with another drop shot, and he wins that one straight up. Ah, oh my God. I'm going to need like a ECG after this. Check out my heart to see if it's okay. It's, you know what's making it what increases the drama? It's the drop shot. I mean, it's just crazy because you're like, right, if he misses this, he's down a break. Okay, Alcaraz with advantage. First serve is good. Nori returns. Alcaraz forehand. Backhand cross court. Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori. Drop shot Alcaraz on the backhand side. Nori gets to it, slices it. Alcaraz tries to lob it over him, but just gets it just to his head level, and Nori puts that away easy. Back to deuce. As Carlitos used the medical timeout, he had... I don't think he officially used an MTO. They wrapped his leg up, but it didn't feel like it was 2.5 minutes. It was longer. I'm actually not positive about that. Okay, here's Alcaraz back to deuce. First serve. Just long. Daria saying, haha, like the commentary regardless of outcome. Heart rate is up. JP saying, I love it. Gotta love it, folks. Second serve, Alcaraz. Backhand return, Nori. Backhand, Alcaraz. Forehand, Nori up the line. Alcaraz forehand cross court. Now, Nori long on the backhand. Alcaraz another game point. This is such a huge game, such a huge moment in this match. And we got 98 people now watching. So as the tension mounts, so do the viewers. And we are at, what are we at? 57 likes. Help us get to 100, folks. We can do it. If everyone right now gives us a like, would really appreciate it. But regardless, here we go. Alcaraz. Nori gets a backhand up the line winner. So back to deuce again. Alcaraz did an underhand serve, you guys. And Nori just ripped that. Haven't seen Alcaraz do that before. Wow. On such a big point. And Nori just ripped it up the line. What a crazy. This is just crazy, you guys. Alcaraz doing underhand serves at game point. All right, first serve is good. Alcaraz +1 up the line. That's another straight winner. And it's advantage Alcaraz. What? Unbelievable. Oh, nice angle on this +1 replay. Beautiful. Oh, man. Forget likes. Prayers, please, for Alcaraz. First serve is in. Forehand now Alcaraz. Backhand Nori is way wide. And Alcaraz holds for 5-4. What an amazing game. Suwon Lim saying vamos. And, oh, you mean he did the Nick Kyrgios? Yes, he did. He did an underhand serve. Carlos Kyrgios, says JP. And it was so unexpected. It was funny because I was rubbing my eye like right when it happened. So I actually, when it happened the first time, I actually missed that it was an under. I was like, what's going on? How does Nori have such a short ball right away? And then they showed the replay. So anyways, that was, you know what? I'm going to give a button to both players. That was a phenomenal game.
One thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, for him now is heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, him now is heading through. Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. 1, 2, 3, vamos! Vamos, Carlos Alcaraz. Vamos!
So it's rare that you get a game so good that I gave a button to each player, but that just happened, folks. We got Dale in the house. Welcome, Dale. Dale Watts saying time to break serve. Yeah, Alcaraz could win the championship with 4 points. Gary saying that was bizarre. Underhand? Yeah, that was bizarre. Very bizarre. But hey, kudos to Nori for being ready for something like that in such a moment that you'd never expect. All right, Nori serving now. 4-5 on serve, trying to stay in this match. First serve is wide of the tee. Second serve now. Ball's up. Serve is good. Alcaraz backhand. Backhand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Backhand Nori. Alcaraz drop shot. Forehand Nori gets to it and does a redrop. Alcaraz gets to that and tries to go up the line, but Nori goes cross-court winner. A little too nonchalant from Alcaraz for me there. But I think he thought Nori was going to guess going towards the middle of the court, and he kind of looked like he was trying to do the fake thing, but Nori would not be fooled. Nicely done, Nori. And he got it right inside the line. That was close. All right, 15 love serve. Alcaraz return, forehand, backhand Nori, forehand Alcaraz cross court, backhand Nori, forehand up the line, Alcaraz wide, 30 love Nori, 2 points away from a 5-all scoreline here. And we're into the business end. We got Nori, nice serve. Alcaraz with a punishing forehand return. And then he goes back to him cross court. And then Alcaraz goes up the line with another forehand. And Nori cannot handle that one. Dumps it into the net. 30-15 Nori here. GTL vamos. So I can see it on the YouTube. It's the photo of Alcaraz. Okay. And another one from Suwon Lim. Finish it, Alcaraz. Here's Nori now. Serve is good. Backhand return. Now backhand. Nori is on a sharp angle. Alcaraz couldn't get to it, partly because of the movement there. So 40-15. And a game point. Couple of game points now for Cam Nori. Daria, he is holding quickly. He's holding quickly than Carlos does. Yeah, I think the movement's making a nice backhand return here. Alcaraz forehand up the line from Nori for the game. Nicely done. 5-all. Way to go, folks. For Cam Nori. Really nice game there. Under lots of pressure.
One thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, for Cam Nori's heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Nori's heading through.
Alcaraz just served it in, and then his +1 goes really long. So love 15 here. Gary saying, classic case of the player not taking advantage of the opponent's injury. How many times have we seen that? Yeah, like Dimitrov, for example, after the tournament, Goran Ivanisevic was like, Dimitrov should have drop shotted Djokovic 300 times, is what he said, because of the movement was restricted. Oh, no, Alcaraz, serve out wide, gets a short ball return, and he horribly hits a backhand like outside the tram lines. Gary, definitely numerous times. Yeah, there's so... I mean, I feel like I said, Nori is the one who should be drop-shotting Alcaraz, but Alcaraz is drop-shotting Nori all day. All right, anyways, Nori's 2 points away from a break. Love 30. Good serve, Alcaraz out wide. Nori returns up the middle. Now forehand, oh, no. Yeah, he can't move. He just does a forehand, kind of a squash forehand there. You can tell he can't move. It's a rather apparent. So love 40, triple break chance for Nori. Nori's hopping on his toes, looking good here. Alcaraz serve is into the net. So huge opportunity for Nori. Huge. Here we go. Second serve is good. Nori return up the middle. Alcaraz backhand. Nori into the net. Alcaraz still alive. 15-40. Uh-oh, Daria's losing a little bit of belief, saying, I think it's over. Suwon saying, oh, no. Hey, I've seen Alcaraz be down match points and win, so Not over till it's over, but I can see what you guys are saying, especially with this hampered injury. All right, Alcaraz, good serve. And then +1 is a nice one. Nori gets that in deep. And then Alcaraz rips a forehand up the line, winner. It's like every time you think like, okay, this guy's in trouble is a big point, he just comes up with a huge ground stroke. Oh, God, that was beautiful. And I mean, he ran around that backhand, but he didn't run around it fast. He doesn't have that ability right now to move as well as normal. All right, 30-40, second break here. Or, sorry, third break point opportunity, I should say. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Looking out at snowy Vancouver through the window. Good serve. Return up the middle. Backhand Alcaraz is a ripper. Nori can't handle it, and his backhand goes wide. Back to deuce. This kid, man. Cabeza, corazón, cojones. That's what he's showing right now. I wonder if that's what he's thinking. I know that's what he says. That's what his grandfather taught him, which means head, heart, and balls. Here's Alcaraz now serving a deuce. Beautiful serve out wide. And Nori with a great return. Deep. What? Alcaraz just... Oh, Nori is calling it out. Oh. So what happened was serve was out wide. Return cross court on a crazy angle. Alcaraz ran up to it. And it looked like he hit a winner from outside the tram lines and angled it in. Nori is saying that it was out. But the umpire is saying it's in. He's out of his chair, and they're looking at it because he's looking at the streak of the angle. And now, this is rare. The umpire is actually bringing the sideline, and they're both calling it in. And Nori is just like, oh my God, what the heck? But man, was that a ripper of a forehand. He was like 5 feet outside the doubles line, and it was a good call. They do a super slow motion. It was definitely in. So at first I felt bad for Nori because he looked very certain, but it was definitely in, and that's the right call. I'm really glad they got that, just because you don't want a match this good to be called on a bad point. So anyways, advantage Alcaraz. What is going on? Now, good return. Now backhand Nori, forehand. Alcaraz tries to go with the winner, but that's wide, so back to deuce. 2-1. Vamos, 3 big points saved. Gary, Fritz Nadal at Wimbledon, a huge lost opportunity for Taylor. Come on, Carlos, says the compliment king. All right, Alcaraz +1. Nori with a forehand. Alcaraz with a looping forehand now. Short ball. Nori goes up the line. Alcaraz cross-court forehand. Backhand Nori. Alcaraz goes... Oh, cross court, but he went too far, just wide. Man, boy, he cannot really move at all. And I mean, that forehand was just crazy off the run there. I just went too far. And yeah, that was a good call on that one. It was wide by about 1.5 inches. Oh my God. Thank you, complimenting Inseg. Press that thumbs up, folks. Alcaraz first serve off the tape and wide. Whew, 62 likes. We can get to 100. We have 110 people in. If everyone gives us a like, we'll get the 100, and I'll hit the 100 likes button, which is an awesome button. Alcaraz second serve out wide is good. Now he goes up the line, and it's long. So the break finally for Cam Nori, and he will serve for the championship after a gutsy break for Cam Nori here. Woo! All right, folks, I got to hit the facility real quick, so I'm going to loop the Nori button. So you're going to hear it 2-3 times in a row, but
one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Nori's heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Nori's heading through. One thing that is true, he knows what to do. Don't worry, Cam Nori's heading through. If one thing that is true, he knows what to do.
back. Thank you for waiting, folks. Didn't miss anything, so trying to hold it there. This match just keeps on extending itself. 51 minutes here in this third set. Now Nori will be serving for the championship. Can he do it? He's earned the right by just playing gutsy here. All right, Nori now. First serve is good. Alcaraz back return. Forehand Nori. Backhand Alcaraz is a super high lob. Moonball. Nori forehand. Now Alcaraz steps in a little bit. Nori forehand goes long. Love 15. I like how Alcaraz threw in a moonball to change up the rhythm. Smart play there. That was it was such a high moonball that I actually thought it was going to be out and long by like a meter. But there you go. Oh. All right. Love 15. First serve is good. Block back return goes in very deep. Nori goes up the line. Another block by Alcaraz. And then Nori this time puts it away for a third time to that cross-court forehand side to Alcaraz's backhand. So 15 all. Ooh, the nerves. Got to give it to Nori here. Who thinks Carlos pulls a Rafa here and breaks back? Wouldn't that be something, huh? Heartbroke, says Daria. Is there a button for that? Funny. Jed Fong saying, Nori, please don't choke. Suwon saying, no. All right, here we go. 15 all. Second serve from Nori is good. Alcaraz rips a forehand, and then he makes way to the net, but doesn't matter because Nori couldn't return that ripper of a return. And Alcaraz, oh, man, this is just crazy, folks. This is getting nuts. 127 people in here. 64 likes. Come on, guys. Let's get to 100. I want to play that button. But nonetheless, let's get back to this match. 30-15. Oh, Nori didn't like that toss. Catches it. Oh, second time in a row he catches it. This time he likes it. Great. Oh, my God. Alcaraz. It was a great out wide serve. Alcaraz blocks it back. It went off the top of the tape, and it almost danced on it for a second, but then landed on Alcaraz's side. So, yeah, off the top of the tape, and then lands on Alcaraz. So, 30 all here. I'm going to get anxious of this tie break. Oh, nice serve up the tee. Alcaraz couldn't handle it, and we have our first match point. Championship point, folks.
Match point.
Here we go. Championship point for Cam Nori. Ball is up. Serve is good. Returned cross court. Nori goes for cross court again. Backhand Nori now. Backhand Alcaraz. Backhand Nori. Forehand Alcaraz. Forehand Nori. Backhand cross court. Alcaraz winner. And it's deuce. Back to deuce. What is happening, folks? This is crazy. Woo, Suwon Lim saying break back. Vamos, Alcaraz. Please hit the like button. Yes. Thank you, Max. Let's go, Nori, says King Adjust. Career-defining moment for Nori. Back to deuce. Oh, my God. The tension is so crazy, you guys. This is so nuts. Okay. Here we go. First serve is good, and return is long, so another championship point for Cameron Nori.
Match point.
Yeah, saying dramatic moments now. Vamos saved that. One of them was, but now there's another one he has to, if he wants to have a shot at this title, back-to-back. And it's an ace up the tee for Cam Nori, and victory for the Brit. Nice effort. Wonderful performance from both players. What a match. Man, that was so much fun, guys. Sorry to the Alcaraz fans. It was a little bit of a bummer because he had a little injury niggle on the right quad. So, yeah, unfortunate there, but you got to give all credit to Nori. There was a point in the second set when he was down a set, and he was down 3-love. And I believe it was love 30. And he looked completely dejected and he looked out of it. But then he quickly turned that point around from love 30 and love 3, love 30 down. And then he turned it around and ended up winning 6-4 in the second set. and then a gutsy performance there in the end. Yes, Alcaraz was a little bit hindered with an injury, but Cam Nori definitely deserved it there. He did everything he had to. I actually think he didn't do enough in terms of getting Alcaraz to move once he knew that there's a little niggle with his thigh. But anyways, either way, he is the champion. He wins, and well-deserved Cam Nori, and he makes it 2 wins and 4 losses now in the head-to-head with Carlos Alcaraz. Daria's like, bye, right away. He's like, peace, King of Just, champion. What a serve, says Suwon. Yeah, it was a beautiful serve up the tee. Ace is only, let's see, it was only his 3rd ace of the match, but man, was it a big one. And it was a great serve there. And I mean, Alcaraz kept on pushing him there. You know, he had a little bit of pressure in that service game, but still. Daria, how would you describe this? It's unexpected. I would just say it's tennis, my friend. On paper, we think people are going to win sometimes, but it's not. It's never written in stone. M saying, wow, wasn't expecting this. Max saying, congrats to Cam for winning the title. M's saying, I really wanted Carlitos to win. Yeah, now that's 2 times now in Carlos's career. He's had a chance to win a final for a back-to-back, like to back up a victory. So he won in Umag 2 years ago, and then he lost in the final to last year to Sinner. And then this tournament he won last year. So he was not. So twice now he's had the chance to defend, but both times he has not. 0-2. Congrats to Kiwi Cam. Yeah, he's British Kiwi, played tennis in Texas as well. So he's a well-traveled man. Tanya Jovanovic saying, oh, wow, who saw that coming? I actually almost, at the beginning, I was like, should I call it for Nori? I felt like he could win. I should have done it. But hey, it's all good. That was a great match. Max saying, thank you for a live stream, Covey. You're very welcome. Always great to have all of you in here. Peace out, Covey and everyone, says King of Just. Congrats, Nori from M's. Revenge of Nori. Hyped. Alcaraz gone. Good. Rajesh's musical is stoked for the Nor. I don't know if you're stoked that Nori won or Alcaraz lost, but the outcome's the same. We got Max saying Carlitos may withdraw from Acapulco. I could see that potentially. And hey, folks, join us for the draw preview next. Check out the YouTube link there. So we got some draw previews. Make sure you check what's going on. And then from GTL, Nori. The Brit wins. Tanya saying thank you. See you, everyone. GSL saying fantastic weekend with you, Covey, and GTL guys and gals. And Covey's Corner tomorrow or later, everyone. Yes, don't forget we have Covey's Corner tomorrow. Drops at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Cap saying Nori jumps to number 12 in the live rankings. There you go. M saying, night guys, thanks Covey. Great as always. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you joining all the way from Ireland. M's. And then we got BJ Fresh. Way to go, Cam. Rocking stream, Covey. Thank you all so much, folks. I think we're going to call it there. Let's see. Actually, Max, you did ask this question yesterday as well. Do you think Casper can win Acapulco if Carlitos were to withdraw? I know that there's going to be a lot of good players in that. I think like Shelton is facing Runa in the first round. Fritz is facing Isner. Trying to think what else there is. Is Lehechka good? No. Anyways, I'd have to look at the draw. Next time I'm going to take a look. Sorry, Max. I know I told you that yesterday, but I'm going to... we got that GTL saying Nori a favorite for Roland Garros. Yeah, there you go. He is. You know it. You know what? Let me just really quick see if I can pull up this because Max did ask me this yesterday. So I'm going to really quickly. I don't want to extend this too long, but I'm going to look in Acapulco. Draw. Gosh, I don't know how to spell Acapulco. That's the problem here. You know what, Max? I hate to. Oh, let me. I'll try one more time, real quick. I don't even know. This is so ridiculous. I can't spell. Anyways, I'm trying to look it up on Twitter, trying to find the draw. But because I'm using my phone to stream. So unfortunately, I cannot do that right now. But the answer, Max, I do not think Ruud is going to. I don't think he's going to win. Can he win? Yes. But I don't think he will win. I think there's other players right now who are been playing tournaments a little bit more. He's a little bit out of tournament form. So that's my answer there. Okay, folks, that's all for today. I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you to everyone for your comments, for your likes, for your engagement. Great match. Was a really, really fun one. Had a blast with all of you guys. So all the way from Vancouver, I'm Covey signing out tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific. You'll see Covey's Corner. I'll do my weekly roundup. And until then, have a great end of your weekend or beginning of your week, depending on your time zone. Peace out from Covey and the GTL squad.